Ye bompaye wo Hebrew mu. Shamak Israel Yehovah. Elahenu Yehovah Ekat. We ahata et Yehovah. Elohika bika luvika. Uvika navashika. Uvika miyopika. Tode yashach. Tode yashach. Tode yashach. In English, in the name of Jesus. Amen. Ye bompaye wo Hebrew mu. Shamak Israel Yehovah. Elahenu Yehovah Ekat. We ahata et Yehovah. Elohika bika luvika. Uvika navashika. Uvika miyopika. Tode yashach. Tode yashach.
Boys in the world chrome. Girls in the world chrome. Honorable Duka world chrome. Miss Ranja, you mama, you don't come from mommy. Your constituency chairman, regional executives, I am coordinators for Moa say constituency police station for Moa party Moa council of elders in the patron for Moa. Number 1 MP, Honorable Yabua Mawa say, Yam fasted the Cassian Fama, Honorable Duka, Payamwaya Samano, Wayadia. Nadia, Honorable Duka, yea. Adia Honorable Dikaye. Aya offer constituencies in India. Aya offer constituencies in India. Asai Kami National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party. I'm using Takoradi Soyam as a point of contact to declare the unity work across all the 277 constituencies in Ghana. Etimasra, sir, Obiara, Oya MPP ni, now Pastor Wajina, Aya MP no, encore today, Aya grassroots to follow her, Sadi Aya Uraduka Aye. Now only grassroots to forming in Ano Munya unity work. Na grassroots to form Mutie. Ayala say 2028, you know. Ayayane Yadia Uraduka. Yadene Bapawa. Me say grassroots to form. Ayayane Yadia Uraduka. Yasadi riba bedi MP. I will Takoradi Soyam. Mr. Mumutia. Yaura. Dr. Alaji Mabudu Bawamia. Osemi Financia. Afama Munina.
Hey, Chairman Oba. Asantikotogo deshie Otikoko swanana Abrantipa Osonova onsuroja NPP forward ever forward ever Untumi obiensa womu Chairman obiensa womu from Kumasi straight to Accra, Chairman, Niye Jata, every corner people shout to me, name them talking about the party, no ya soldier.
Yamu akwaba ejiri pa se wokese na domo na doye afi ni moboro hunu ata chire ntino wa hunamu eye boko moja eda so edia furusare ni padua mu tekshema eda so eda abodwemu ebasa na me kan ma shawo so se enye unu waye bibi o na emomu no wakɛseɛ no ɛna enei na humɔborɔ no ebi aso ama ne ban bɔ na timi ayɛ kɛseɛ ɛwɔ so a wapagya odi wa ba beduru saa mpɛmpɛn so ntɛwie yi yɛbɔ Accra ate asefoɔ din a yɛbɛbɔ odin aka ho na deɛ ɛma nkɔmɔ na yɛ nika ne sɛ yɛbɔ odin a wobɛte sɛ yɛbɔ odin na watimi agye so a ɛne na ɛyɛ adom experience no metai ka sɛ ɛyɛ kuma bi a wode bata adom n'akyi ɛna ɛtimi apagya odi waduru saa mpɛmpɛn so yi ɛwie so yɛatena se ɔman Ghana ho adwumayɛ enti na yɛsi nkonnwa a watimi join the biggest conversation nationwide yɛde enkomo no eba beda the program is live this afternoon on Western Diamond Television. Oman Mpuntuo dwumadie so ena ene awie we na yesim konya sa no a production team ene omo ya adwuma ese etimi ebo ma ba so na acknowledge omo esan se adwuma so ene adwuma den a wo ye de abo adwumadie nyina no etoda na ye pioma to baabi na so no awie ma me acknowledge Samuel Dingo wono ena ewo MCR ho a wo hwe atoto niema ma niema so etimi akonkan ede amaye enye ono pe na wo ho DJ Black Foreigner ejina mo den a wono ena manage cameras na wa switch ne kama Michael Yaro enso wono no wate na chi kakra entino ono nso background ena shadow works ni nyina etimi ede abro production no medin de Osikani Frimpong Manso frem kosi se no nsia ebebo ne de wadaro make yanwe na yenswai se ye pagya wo man Ghana agina mpempensuo bia entirima emma mebo enempanimfo sobo entino eye wasede eye menso ma sede se ye bedi nkomo ne ya pagya nkomo a eba beboa ma yate eniema bi ase eno antina ena awie nso yate se asinkonwe wadaro man nkomo ne koso no WhatsApp and a text no what if 0248 071174 so the 0248 071174. You can also share your thoughts with us on all our social media platforms. And to look on Facebook, Western Diamond Television Live on Facebook. Now, one like page. Now, if you want to I do comment about home. We are now one akɔpɛ no wa share link no enso etimi e de amae wa nso a wo mo ebehwe wo YouTube no Western Diamond TV Live on YouTube adaro ma akɔwa na wa like page no wa subscribe to channel no now do comment account wo wi na wa kɔpɛ na wa share link no send ya brɛ nyina no mo ye ne de mae no na yetimi arechi enipa do no a na wo mo nso etimi anya dwumadie mu emfa so ene Tuesday the 23rd of June 2026 in the year of our Lord 14:3. Oman Mpuntuo is airborne live on Western Diamond Television. Abuja say we are Ghana niya asem we are making we dey for any to form di na hwe de ekoso we are Ghana niya wo man Ghana ho do eda wakoma so na emabunu a yawie suapon a Shiapon no yentu mu ye na afibia no produce eye graduate bebrebe edebegu system no mu a wo mo epa adwuma ye no esese we ye Ghana ni asafo no eho dodo akoma so a wotimi ebo moden ebo mpaye de masa mabunu because gradually my Ghana we are sitting on a time bomber. It will take a president or courage, a president or foresight, a president or vision, a president or can wotimi yo na wotimi aso sa ade na no se etwo so ma emfie nan ana emfie mienu ne fa ade animu yi etwo so ma ne kwa wie ya yanhwe yi a yanim de ebesi ada no ada Tunisia Arab Spring eman home so abrante kwa wie suapon apa djuma pa wonya bi nyo frustration aseti in ono ahwe ne ekono a abusia wo fa petrol ne matches o hwe petrol ne gu ne ho ana o twa gya to ne humu se o hye ne ho se ne bejo a aban ne be hunu situation a enye ono pe ne momo no amanfo ne emabunu ewo oman ne so no ekomu in seeking for job abusia baby a Ghana gina no me say we need a government or you prudent enough, a government what a deliberate policy beba na sa deficit no ewo ho no yetimi aswa no enye saa efie mienu ane fa aka owura jo Muhammad na memu nyina ebe awieye no ya nhwe yi a o my Ghana de ebeba no ana de ebesi no yentimi enswa no abusia na danko akufuado ane Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ane wo mamu amde besom yen enfie nwotwe a bese ne kro no womo set up and put in place a deliberate policy to tackle a unemployment situation in the country. Now, at the end of the year, womo bo money at the idea be buyer now policy be buyer. You see, yes, see factories our Ghana fanana. Baby, a benya raw materials and they produce finished product, you know, and as I said, your bomb money. Na ye peja factory ni bi esi wo na factory na ye peja bi esi wo no ye na yi a wamu mantam ho no e na ebenya mu adwuma aye enti no ebete unemployment so obeka ye asaguro aswo beye aswo nye aswo beye aswo nye na danko akufuado ere Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ye de ada bia ye ka se wo munuma pa no ye tenase bia no a ye beba hu dawro MPP aban nyuma pa ne modern bo obebo ye no ye bo hu dawro ama na kawa adwene mahunu se aban ye to o memu ase no sunsuanso mienu papa ne bone you are aware that enti next time no o to aba what to aba ma political party a wo ba wo be sesa niema ema amanfo ne mabunu a wo mni adwuma ye no enye adwuma ne bi ye ema mpuntuo mapa enso etimi ekoso e wo memu ase abusia President John Mahama eba no ose wo de bibi ba friend 24-hour economy adwuma baako efa nipa eye miensa enti no one job 3 people 3 shift eno na ye ni major campaign policy a na wo de eba nto Ghana ha say ya amanfo do no ano bought into that idea, voted for him massively oba ye no afi baako abosumi nsia mu ne ewoi wa launching 24-hour economy no nanso no yenhunu adwuma baako pempa sa policy na wa launch no e create dia magana babunu a dan wada na oni gidie ewo MPP abamu se ene wa wiesuapo onya adwuma nye ye na Rajo Muhammad 24-hour economy bi ba na be create employment enso dia ma no abusua there is nothing, there is no single job the so-called 24-hour economy abanya launch no e create dia ma Ghana babunu yati omemwa campaign time yati nsem bebrebe no a ne ora mahama no amu kaye ne fifi kwete mu kaye ne asedu nketia mu kaye ne ye Felix Kwachi ofosum ne sameje mfimu nyina kaye efa 24-hour economy no ho no enne adane a scam ama mabunu no edati nkwankwa anuase wo mo nya agidie wo NDC abamu no wo mo dati nkwankwa anuase e twanhye President Mahama de 24-hour economy ni beba amana be create nyuma mo manya bi enso atimi ayo but aban bi bae one day when promise 24-hour economy but ni deliberate policies are what they buy no ebi 1D 1F etenia ya ka say na adagwa kufuado ede Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ban etimi abuaye ema ye industrialization drive no epeja kosoro ene ye bo 1D 1F pa na say okay say etimi create 170,000 direct and indirect jobs ede ma amount for Ghana say tie me say ye bo 1D 1F so pa and ye etimi create 170,000 direct and indirect jobs edema amanfo a na wo mu ni adwuma ye na de nika kra ne se 170,000 jobs ya 1D 1F no ekreti ye no and ye ya spread the adwuma no across the country ya region bia no and ye 1D 1F wo ho no afa enipa ewo mu etino right from the greater Accra region, Uko Ashanti region, Oba Western region, Uko Western North, Uko Eastern region, and the 16 regions nina 1D 1F policy bakwa deliberately Adanko Akufuado any Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia at the bar, you know. A new create 170,000 jobs, you know, and your region Biano and a benefit from such deliberate policy in bridging the deficit na a woho. Abusha, one day one FE, apart from some 170,000 jobs are created, you know. Are you aware, say, by the end of 2023, and now 2023 ending, na record the one say some 169 factories were in operation. I shall see a year Juma. I think you know, I think some 154 factories and now various stages of completion. Enti ya kani nyina bomwa one deliberate policy a Adanko Akufuado any Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia de buy no etimi ekreti 321 factories. Jebiamo asam na America ne tie ni ye one deliberate policy a nanado any Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia de buy ya friend 1D1F no wamo aircon na factories 321 and yet me I establish it our memu hase enti sa deliberate policy a wamo de buy ya wamo de buy bridge the unemployment rate in Ghana no in one way or the other no a solve problem ni bi ba an solve ni nyina enti abai bi the policy bi aba a create 170,000 jobs afei etimi I establish about 321 factories across the district in Ghana sa bai no yentu abentia no no kura ne yakade a kire wo no yentu abentia no abusua sa bai no yentu aba entia no 321 factories ana na Adanko Akufuado any Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia 1D1F policy baako pɛ no etimi establish here as at 2023 ending na some 169 were in operation and I say 154 of these factories, you know, were at different stages of completion. Where a milestone my Ghana and say free that. What I promise is 24-hour economy. What buy and can the papa mua factories here and anado epegadi what 321 factories near ultimate yano anka baby man near koho na ene emwa bi asaso otimi de bua mo no otimi de aboa mo na factory na timi agina nanka we picking from there say emwa ban de abramu ntino 24-hour economy no monfa amanfo enka adwuma no home aso dia no ye obaye no ni trade and industry minister honorable Elizabeth Ajare say 1D1 factories no ne ye wie ne ye nwie no mfaso bi ya ni so aban we nya ade a wo ba betoa so no no e de agro processing parks and e ba be replace na do 1D1F no a na 169 of these factories ye adwuma na 154 of these factories you know e various stages of completion enti sika esase wo de hyemu ma de ye nwie ye no mpo no akomtimi wie no aban we say 1D1F no faso bi ya ni so ma no enti tinton tai watwam na momo no or replace 1D1F no with agro processing parks and we attempted to ask President John Mahama and the trade minister honorable Elizabeth Ajare say one my data no the number of agro processing parks are one yi 1D1F no to twene ye no one more timi ekreti our Ghana has say ama mbaburu enyam adwuma ye bisa questions no and somewhere ye bisa ne ye de amanfo no edom akoma so a won pese ye bisa aban no we be see 1D1F factories 321 owie 169 ema sa 169 no ekreti enuma 170,000 eka 154 of these factories are went to me and we are and nay I say aka nwura mu Sa 169 no a otimi wie ye no efa 170,000 people adwuma mu wo ba no se fa so bia ni so wo PS nchan e de agro processing parks and also de ye ba adaroma free time wa ye to abama ora John Mahama o appointed trade minister Elizabeth Ajare no ye bisa say one my data and one my records no with regards to the number of these agro processing parks what my team established what Ghana has say and the number of jobs these agro processing parks no etimi create abusia asemu ye bisa na very critical and significant because what say a member no boss say na danko akufuado en create nyuma ma obi aye enti member tim kwankwa nuase a member da so nyina sa na womo to abenti MPP no mo ntoma NDC what the 24-hour economy be ba enuma na wo de da no o ba be biemu na ya fa enipa mienu dia kan de wo de da no home entajuma ba ko bia no enipa miensa e na e ba beye maburu nya omu gidie to aba ma we man pani afi ba ko abusumi nsia nie ye bisa the number of jobs o policy o di campaign no atimi e create dia mama ofo we are here to serve the people of Ghana and yeah kind of grand the achira say otu abama NDC ni Owura John Mahama you should bow down your head in shame esan say why you a great disservice to the people of Ghana. Yes otu abama de my NDC me say why you a great disservice to the young ones and net woman near Jumaye esan say 24-hour economy and no Kenya no say na yes scam yaza. There is no blueprint with regards to the implementation of the so-called 24-hour economy. Etina na edru baby ejina ya lanche ya bohoka ya secretariat na nya ba bedru authority amene ya elevated the secretariat to an authority status. Etina 24-hour economy authority anya bia no enuma do asɛn ana 24-hour economy authority no etimi create dia ma baburu no a na 2024 Owura Mahama eka se womani da so asa esan se na na do danko akufuado entimi mom adwuma nyeye no emaburu do asan ana agemkwa 24-hour economy no etimi create adwuma dia mom aye abaye to e won sunsanso mienu papa ane bone party dia wono wo ba oto abama no ba sabi aburu wono na busua nko a ene na fofo wonka ho a yenkae wo wontimi fa deliberate policy bi ama ebe benefit Ghana mamu ni nyina MPP pe ene party aba mu a the policies amanfo obi organ ha bia e benefit from it. Talk of President Kufuor the free maternal care policy NHIS. Talk of President Kufuor school feeding program. Talk of Adanko Kufuado free senior high school program. The NDC and a free Oman Mpuntuo Rollins Abreso and the back Prof Mills Abreso and the back Owura John Mahama 1 and in there Owura John Mahama 2. There is no single deliberate policy wama timidia ba a benefit Ghana mamu nyina akukọ nkete a selected people and a nkukọ mane ma omo asa pa bia o se wo chei selected public schools and what they ma omo asa e di unko school di bia pa de no onka ho enti enye national policy and this ni any national policy a menu mi no betimi di ensensi so aka se aboa ye nyinara enti we are Ghana ni na wo hweme we MPP ni na wo hweme a party no a ene ya ye ka say odomo no emfa so dia wo mo ba mu a wo mo de ma Ghana ni no ema bia so nipa no wo fam hokra no e de we ya abusia na adanko akufuado ene Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia ban emfie nwotwe e ban industrialization they were able to and you can say establish some 13 vehicle assembly plant in Ghana. Records are a daho. anu ada na mampani gina eye amno ne eka se enei womo ede eye ye kan say companies ya womo manufacture cars womo assemble cars ede abagana and wo eye Sinotrack okobo hwan am say dabi o Rajo Mahama sebia buru sebia kuronto na nado ede sa companies we nyina ba ya wo de be wura 1D1F ase no Rajo Mahama wagana ha na so nia ana no watu kwan ya ka no kura kire ya ka nyame adwea kire wo entitie ha ana nyansa kasa nyame adwe ne ya ka de akire wo no enti aban bi aba na watimi abomoden some 13 vehicle assembly plant ya establish Ghana has say Amasa plant no produce over 4,700 vehicles locally. Osi entu abentia no. Abendi aba 1D1F Kroyano and your factories 169 as at a year 2023 ending. A Timia creating 170,000 jobs. Osi entu abentia no. Awie ye ka amwenya honti asia prekope se NPP our track records no we NPP nia he wani na ho sha asia ya dwuma baabi a wote bro no a wote so no he fanana do ne Dr. Lagba Mudbaumia emmode bo mo boye mfie nwotwe en bese no koye no fa sansam no kofam ho fama amanfo no na nyame ya domu a 2028 no Dr. Lagba Mudbaumia emra na do modern ba won be boy no won meto aso abusua 1D1F a deliberate policy sanu adaroma your videos ni bi wo ho ye be yi videos na mo ahunu adwuma na do ne Dr. Lagba Mudbaumia eye in creating and establishing these factories creating nyuma adiama eye amanfo some videos na ready ya wadaroma fabitum na yonko why entu joani.
Everybody is going to be involved in the movement forward of our country. We're not leaving any group of people behind. Israel be no ye pese ye de ba omemu ye ba be shasia yes shasia wo from every district and see a bomb of the factory bako e ko se ho members me ba be dadam members me ba be cancer na tire mo menim se me ntumi nye ne sada ka me ba be diatro atire Ghana for me nye ne sada me ntumi nya me ka.
Prior to his election into office and having toured the length and breadth of the country, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo realized the great potential we have as a country with vast natural and human resources, yet thousands of able men and women troop to Accra, the nation's capital, for jobs that do not exist. In order to reduce the rapid rural and urban migration in the country, the then candidate Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo hatched an innovative idea of pursuing value addition outside the capital cities with emphasis to site the industries in the districts to create more jobs and use the natural resources at the local level. Thus, One District, One Factory initiative. Upon assumption of office, His Excellency the President quickly set up the 1D1F Secretariat for the effective implementation of the policy. Today, we have several companies all around the country whose projects are at various stages of funding, construction, commissioning, and operations that are under the 1D1F policy. This policy has brought about the transformation of communities through the provision of sustainable jobs, extension of electricity, roads, and a change in the lives and income status of thousands of people.
Government na Roma. One district factory no. And one boy. Kanya noa. Kami kware minha, kami madam fofo bebre nkai ni ha se. E ka se be adwumaire. Ama yensare akoya na asamare. Yesu anya bibiaye. By abana da Roma. Wabo ma company de aba ase. Ama yesu anya bibiaye. De me kan se me da abana ase. Na de me kan se omumbu aban no so me ometo aso. Na one district one factory no. Ombu an de amutimi ntre.
I'm Alfred Boja and I'm a production supervisor at pre-engineering building as part of the One District One Factory. And honestly, I would say that I would like to thank this current government for initiating and bringing up this One District One Factory, because seriously, it has been of a great help to me. I really like to thank the government itself and the president for really having the youth at heart. I would have still been at home if this initiative wasn't taken from the government. So I really want to thank the president and this current government for opening this opportunity for us. So, and I also give him a big thumbs up and appreciate him for this project.
One district, one factory, no. Ababe boa. Na nipa bi si Kenya dia akufo ado betimi aye, but nyame adom. Otimi abie a yenso yenya bi wo Odumase. Yemfa nse konongo Odumase. One district, one factory, ye bompaye. Se nyame be na dom no wasan we ni, no wasan bi another branch biem. Na nipa bebre atimi anya aduma Odumase de aboa ye girls ne ye boys ne pa. Ko galamse wa egu. Ba ye say no na aba be sha na ya eboa ye, am ye atimi aye aduma. Eti obi won ma o ya de pa onimsa de o ye na ye pa, but wontimi nka no kore no. And I'm saying, oh, pay on the year in one district, one factory, na good. And you know, I come in here. And no, now, boy, my mamma is me, Jina, and so me, Juma. It's a bomb person will be signed be account to do a back and no cribia or boy, and no crepa.
My name is Abdurazak Kayats. I'm a former student of Anglo Technical Institute. I completed last year. And I'm just grateful to this one district and one factory that the president has brought into the system. Because through this, I've also had the chance to be in B5 Plus today. I first work at the old side, but through my performance and things, they asked me to further up over here. So through this, plenty technical students who have completed more than, I can't even mention the numbers. I also hear through the advantage of the one district and one factory, I also working here. This one district, one factory, it's a very good thing, and I believe it will help thousands of people as how it has helped me today.
But, from here ni free. Na ye mo frase e be sabri. Am say we ni adwuma ku a meka say sopa abaye mansini mu. In fact, aboa mabunu aye wo ha. Me especially, am tifie, bo ha na mabo ha. Ba adwuma yi amane me so mensa etimi koma no.
Our core goal, of course, is bringing employment to the people of this area and to Ghanaians at large. And whoever has made it possible for us to come this far needs to be thanked.
Because if we school, we had a be at TV. When I made the Adam, I buy and I say, when this is one factory, and I made the Adam, the Kun West, yes, we are Sakali. People will be bedroom say, they are back a banana cannon, nada, and so nada, with the Miami.
Ghana works when projects like these come into being. Ghana works when people are hopeful that they can get jobs. So, yes, this is another sign that Ghana is working. And I don't doubt that Ghana can work.
I'm Ibrahim Enusa from Logrin number 2 community. We just want to thank the government for bringing the one district, one factory policy to West Mpuntuo district Wale. This year, we found watermelon plenty. Because of the watermelon factory that they brought, we will not have difficulty in selling our farm produce. So we are grateful for what the government has done for West Mpuntuo district Wale.
Wale watermelon factory. One district, one factory, Ghana at work.
New school, King's College, 8 years in it. Now, many of you man, a bally buyer, no. One district, one factory, no baby, Mamma Yajuma, Catapult Company Limited. I buy a one district, one factory, I buy a because 8 years and yet small journey. And so, not 12 years, until no baby or balance, Anna, Obiana, Maya Jumaya.
Your friend Obed Amwa. me ye adwuma okasa preko de water no so one district one factory de no one district one factory no senia ekoso wa ha no aboye mu bi bebre yafa nkofo a afa na omo esua adwuma no a ebi mo ma se a me kire omo adwuma ne kakra nti no bra bibia be run total bibia be ye set no na say omo so obehu omenya nsano adwuma a ombetumi de aboa oman no me personally me bo Oman Mpuntuo abaso ewo one district one factory policy a odi buy a emre a ohye boy abaso no enti no me stress obi anfa ne ho njim na one district one factory policy no enye adwuma ewo bebia
minua de me kan ne say banche de area hananka banche ha so ne emfa banche nya hwe bancha ne emfa nya hwe no esanse ne enim say bibidi factory ayetimi process banche eman ba be start kura na sabi etimi ekọ amanone ne de mfasode de brega na ban ne nam so ne yeso tibi ne bi so yeso ne enim sa de no go see say one district one factory ba ye ne ka say udua banche a normal say ni nya ne akuafo no trase ma akuafo no kas ene na yesom because emiri bi aba atwamu a menua na wodo banche je so kokotugu but ene aban no amansese na ba kwakosi se so wuro obi afuom na ye banche nko ade a etwa so hwe wi because in gold in diamond in fancy ni koko kese pa e ma no ba bia me gira ha yi asese so hwe me background machines and the CC one mimi dey na me see the biggest starch factory in West Africa. The information dey ma me say the biggest in Africa. NC asabe enya dey obobo di sia eyeye ewo ho one district one factory rare enya mountain enkwa ne si obi osu odi akinye no mra obi di ni free am di besa ko central sugar eno so e process the same starch ewo ho tisi aha me no wugina yi ye were 1 and the 2 lines one line kwa ya fix no raw materials are found every day 1200 tons ye wi an industrial structure demand 300 tons every day assuming say a year just 300 days in the year. Meaning, there 1D1F at their brain. Abaye no, ni team upon in and this way, who they may mean to be in Kawaso. As well.
na ekwohwe dwumadi a wodi wo ho ma nguna oya dwumadi a oya fiaw oya nyije oya moka onam one district one factory a anado da bre oya ekunfiman a na ben yeso ye kan wo binti amanyipa ho wa babiai ana wa bakoi mu doso amankita wodi ewo adoto ho orokodo na yeresre se obi obrebi na so otekasa bidam dawo yerekeka da wase one district na oboa oronkodo a rekade ontedam
me wo ha as planning assistant na ye na ye hwenua no ama machine no etwa nyame enum no pre one district one factory ne bae no aboaye na ye menua mo a muhu mo echi a mo ye adwuma mo operate excavator me madam for David first black man otimi operate shack in the world under the one district one factory na do bae no oboye nyina baso se ye Ghana forma a ye nso yetimi ayese no o share bo no in fact na ye doing say qualities there here na bibinti but na do buy your site ebe ma ye nyina moras ama te say there one district here my no me bra mintimi enka enada say bia eye na nka metimi ato mensem say efa there one district aya mamia nka mo be hu there one district na nyankopon a o katastro no on sha na nado onto ne nkwan na so na one district ne bebi bia endu ye bia no one district ne endu
Achamike Tete Emmanuel, aka Mount Lehano. Inga se domga hamnoje. Abangomi, kamachuni. Inga ni chu bagbela fan, inga ini chu mi bagbela hejio. Imane jade ngomi, kamachuni hale, inga ini chu mi mio. Ehane imacho, ehane ihion crane. Nga lo mio, enaka each one wake hale ne piono eke mahe machino. Nga no me chwepe mio. one district one factory eba kegu wache Akufo-Addo neji wa president or enine no mona no adasi no inanichumi neke lowegbo ina ihiwomi.
My name is Cynthia and I'm an engineer in LK International Company. And I'm very happy that the company have joined the One District, One Factory. I'm happy because it employs more people, especially the young ones that are out there, and especially my colleague ladies. They should also join and also benefit from the One District, One Factory in the Northern region.
Well, it's our medium security prisons. It's our more namiti say about the One District, One Factory, ever prisons are. And my maniji yepa, be factory no, with the book shame. I must say, aboa me yepa, I must say, meaning the way I'm operating machines, as a more lecturer, meaning the way I'm channel, meaning the way I'm operating, the way I'm bagging. Aboa me yepa, and then that Abayans say, what if One District, One Factory, Abba is our ha.
The day the Michael Obian Ponsa, the Juma of Beacon Hills Factory ha. Yes, seeing na me kahon. Na Radia Domna say, you swa, no coswa, I Juma ha. If you did a na computer and be controlling na yamami training seme I control computers na but One District, One Factory aban de aban aboa yempa ye de nije nso aso ene say ye nyina ye wonsa no djuma enso na ye wo fie but the ba ye ama ye nya djuma ye construction ye wom ene ye wie nso ebesan so anya djuma ye na aboa yen no anya ye nko ye ne abusua nyina be me nya sika edi bia hwe abusua Oman Mpuntuo nso akoso
actually adwuma we ba ye no aboa ye pa One District, One Factory no aboa ye pa ama yanya adwuma ye foundation we nyina start ye no ya na start ye yan kakra sa ema yenya bibi kakra studio ndi ema ye yire ne yamba no me operator meeting operating extruder machines, dryers, milling machines to the adwuma na ba ye na de ba ye aboa ye pa One District, One Factory na aboa ye pa.
After completing school, you will stay in the house for several years without employment. But since the introduction of the 1D, 1F, after school, you know that there's a company in your district that you can move in there for employment.
You are building here by building construction, the cable construction in the contract. The demand be kind of we share area ha and some for boys and money member wa ya fa bibre adwuma wa ha any Oman Mpuntuo building materials, iron rod, cement, and Oman supply nwia abo ni ade ya tutua sika mo de nwia ni ade abreye ntambe adwuma na akoso ye bom paye se adwuma no ye bewie no animani wa mo hwe adwuma kese da he ya enche bia ye bewie ni hand over e de ama aban na ama ne One District, One Factory no any that's only wo no e di mu
sikrum ha a baby activities a toss precious little toss. What is it? One factory, no, I can't say Omobey and Manso me embracing very wholehearted.
Under the One District, One Factory, with the Western Deadell, we met together, talked to Agunahine. I also discussed with them several times, and they started. We had very few cultivators. There are even mostly people who are old then. They were growing just enough to eat. You have sell election to buy some few things that they need. But with the introductions of the Western Deadell and the factory, people have become interested.
Yeah, then Crawford can say, be a One District, One Factory, no, and the idea. I maybe you may go beyond the father cry. The back can say, One District, 4 Factory.
Yes, I see a crowd, your name say, and ye, and so Papa Naku draw on ya. Ekura cheze no da anopo awio na odimika no banana ho na naso ani je ho no ose ne me de ama je kokoye ampa ya preswa enfie kakrani esa se enfie me tinana bae sabe papa peja adi ni hu se se ade ya ye se ade papa etie nyina ni je ho ya pre se na sa ade kura ba kokura de enso yen o ye hu se ba ko enso yen etitama yenuen opeja ade ni hu se ya kura ye mistake asase ni de bi wo ho na de nti na enye mienu mensa because ha de Kumasi motuom aha ye krofoforo kura eti sabe de odri de nimsi aye wie nanso ye hia biem aboa da so man bebre Asago, Apaso, Mrantiano. One go for be a Frinkran. Aya, Mrantiana, one more year. I build high so light and I do normal 2 foundation, one more cement, one more chicken idea. Aya, ain't a boy, you from the baby.
Nampan Sebe, 2019. And I'm a taste and another Dankwa a Kushwado. Edit me, dear Biba, a grand produce my friend Asante. Yeah, a Jumani Dindi, 106, wine factory in Sri Kenya, and Canana Kufuado. So the Eduma Paba, Amame Yasantu and Midnight, many be. Say, what me can be so, Obi and whom in true, me name ba, me nana Yanya, no Diania, Obi and we in true. Say, Smetinian, what Sikano Accra, meet me dinner head there. Savas no beko, say training no beko. With Kasha Radian Munyam say, Obi and whom I call, meet me the banner head there. I could speak.
Oh, it is a factory beer, the Eberkrumha. It's no, any day, don't permit a day, I want any Kekani and Yaji, never be free. By a bias, no, you better say, one district, one factory, Eba. Tia, no, as it, I dear more can, Moto by no say, one district, one factory, Eba. Every musu say, Emma, every musu, Eba. You man, are they about 12, I say. If it's almost that year, 1 year, any actually, you're telling more boy, Juma, in fact, at my by idea, I'll walk room ham rantier, Amma, Anya Shokrano. Obi awede ya word mamu de obi anya kakra kakra den asinifie bi mutuma atoto plot dinana da na sepa won ne waye amaye no one district one factory there odan trodo one district one factory Ghana at work
one district one factory Ghana at work is
well. For many of the promoters, if not for this policy, getting funding would have been a major challenge in realizing their dreams of owning a vibrant factory.
We carry somewhere 2014-15. The Kura proposal now Secretary Takoradi Montenso, bank after bank. Nini na okwa abranti o proposal na efe. Enso intimi nya hohwe. Till 2017, we presented our proposal to the 1D1F Secretariat. Now, surprisingly, banks are yakwa amwanye yantum afeno munyina efrefre. It took 1 month's vision to bring this into Nanado. What can we say further? Into Binkabi as I don't know
Companies under the 1D1F policy have received significant waivers on the import duties on their equipment, machinery and parts.
We joined One District One Factory in 2018 and we got parliamentary approval for the waivers. These waivers are for a period of 5 years with yearly renewals.
So for us, Kasiprak, we have gotten a waiver of about $28 million for taxes, duties, levies for the next 5 years of the project. So we believe that some of these incentives are certainly going to help us, we'll say, break even faster from the project. We used about $25 million to put up the project, and we're also looking to expand. So we believe that some of the incentives that the government has given us will certainly make us break even faster and push us to expand the factory more.
So we found with 1D1F sort of a one-stop entity within government that you can go and that can address various issues that as a business you would always deal with.
It looks like a forestry business, but it's not a forestry business. It looks like a mining business, but it's not a mining business. It has a marine aspect to it. It also has a land aspect to it. So what we needed was somebody who would champion us and drive us through the bureaucracy when we were having these issues. And Honorable Ohini Konedu has done that for us. Two of the infrastructure related problems that we faced was the road and connection to the national grid. So One District One Factory helped us by getting a transformer and persuading VRA to connect us, and they've also helped us with repairing the access road.
The last 4 years have been used to kindle the entrepreneurial spirit of enterprising business people in Ghana.
Since I ichiri okuruwe, ebin sida One District One Factory no idea aba mame nko anya obia. And it means me body urama would be up and wisham idea any gibbet. The one door more that one who said they make it feel free.
na me my best rice farmer no ama mabunu so omoni agi sa adwumadie no baby obi ni asase kura no ka kire me ametimi kɔ ne yakɔpa asase na mamrante no ne de aye ɛna de rice so omususu eyi omuti nti ama me so me hia nkrofo a me bode wuro man nkrofo be about 2,000.
The rural areas will continue to be opened up with many projects to keep the dream of industrializing Ghana on course.
One district, one factory. On to me, yeah. On the data Ghana for Ghana men, you know, who said, Kufuado, on your dada nipa. On your dada nipa. Yeah, must have about the Tonton factories. Yeah, about the sea factories. Yeah, must have about the Tonton factories. Yeah, but yeah, about the sea factories. I'm a Ghana coffee.
One district, one factory. Ghana.
This is a story of one district, one factory, road to Ghana's industrialization. In the Hojo community, in the whole municipal district of the Volta region of Ghana, this industrial edifice, Caltech Ventures Limited, a company operating under the One District, One Factory initiative, is adding value to Ghana's cassava produce.
As we know, cassava is a staple food in the country, and there is a lot of cassava grown across the country. Particularly in the Volta region in which we are, cassava is one of the produce that most of the farmers are into. Therefore, the siting of Caltech Ventures Limited within the Hojo community in the Volta region was to go further to tap into some of the produce that our farmers come up with.
To operate at full processing capacity, 70 tons of cassava is needed daily in this factory. Using high starch variety of cassava, Caltech, under the Ministry of Trade and Industry's One District, One Factory initiative, is processing cassava into ethanol and carbon dioxide, absorbing the over $200 million the nation spends on importing cassava flour and ethanol.
Ethanol on its own has become a very, very essential commodity as we speak today, especially in these very trying times that we are in, where the protocols with regards to COVID-19 includes sanitizing our hands regularly. Ethanol has become a very, very essential and critical raw material.
Initial financial support was from the Exim Bank, facilitated by the One District, One Factory Secretariat in 2018. To get raw materials and harvested cassava produce to the factory, good roads are today available. It is as a result of funding facilitated under the One District, One Factory initiative. Heavy-duty tractors needed in plowing, planting and irrigating are now available on farms on Caltech's 3,000-acre land. Today, outgrowers have enough cassava seed to plant as a result of a multiplication project that enabled Caltech to tremendously increase cassava seed material. Their produce no longer go to waste as a result of the existence of a ready buyer. And for these women farmers in Hojo, working on a Caltech farm and earning a living is their source of joy.
Elizabeth Togle. Mele Mpuntuo Hojo Aibobwe. Mele Dole Caltech. Ye ple enonyo ple kolonyo pete. Caltech donye dore ike penare miano. Me va le 2019 me. Me va Caltech indi me la kakana gandre je la varo dome. Me va mi pona jijo mi kona un fine ka mi jena dogome. Mi aves pavesa yo ke pona mi agbocha ole na bene mi klen ko kle jijo. Oko edoala ena edo jijo na mi ke bene mi va dome la jijo popo san ye kwele dome.
Under the One District, One Factory initiative, the existence of this ethanol production plant is empowering these young men and women in the Volta region with technical knowledge, contributing immensely to national development. The day-to-day running of this factory is solely operated by the locals.
I'm Mary Akofa Ziga. I'm from Sogakope here in the Volta region. I'm currently in Caltech Ventures Limited as a quality assurance officer. I was employed 2018 by Caltech. My role as a quality officer here is to coordinate feedstock from the supply chain to the finished product and to maintain quality in our final products.
My name is Azuri Ebukari. I live in Volta region. I was employed as casual in Caltech in the year 2017. And as a casual, we help the operational process. So the casual does the manual jobs that cannot be done by the machine. It's a new setup. So we load the cassava into the hopper so that the hopper, from the hopper, the machines can now operate on its own by the operators.
I've gotten the opportunity to be among the first cassava to ethanol production in Ghana here. That helped me to build my skills and experience within the past 2 years. I can boast that I'm also a quality assurance officer anywhere I go.
Caltech, under one district, one factory, has helped me to learn a lot, which has improved on my life. And I'm thinking of by the next year, it will help me to get to a better stage, more than where I am today.
By virtue of the one district, one factory, Caltech today is existing, it is very strong. If Caltech hadn't been, I wonder what would have happened in this crisis when we cannot import the quantities of ethanol that we require. And therefore I believe that the one district, one factory has come in at a very good opportune time to ensure that as a country we are able to sustain ourselves, we are able to produce our own goods and to be able to serve our economy.
Caltech in the Volta region is one of the many factories operating under the One District, One Factory initiative. From the north to the south, east to the western part of our country, the One District, One Factory initiative is a visible reality. Road to Ghana's industrialization.
Casa Dropa is an agro-processing, a wholly owned Ghanaian company. What we are doing currently is to process sweet potato into what we call the value-added bread and pastries. We have 9 different products as of now, which we have commercialized and we are selling. We have what we call the sweet potato crisps, which is the raw sweet potato that has been sliced and actually fried. The sweet potato chips, which is a big processed sweet potato flour. The sweet potato bread, we have the sweet potato burger, we do the sweet potato pizza. We also do croissant, which is the French type of bread, but it's lighter than the normal bread. And then we have other pastries. We are able to do the sweet potato cupcakes, we are able to do the ring donut, the bull fruit, and all other pastries which you can use wholly flour to do. The latest that we have introduced is what we call the sweet potato fries, which is equivalent to the famous French fries as we know. We have been able to establish our farm. We have our dams. We have almost 10 farms which are all developed completely. We are producing and we are also processing. We are at the stage of adding to the sales points in terms of restaurants. For example, the University of Cape Coast Center is a big center we built. What we are trying to do is to try and get what we call affordable food for the student. We are also continuously setting up restaurants in each of the tertiary institutions, but that is where our business will end. Our main selling point is processing food without refined sugar. It's a game changer for the Ghanaian economy. Once we use the sweet potato as a substitute in any of the products that we are developing, we are creating opportunity for a Ghanaian farmer, for a Ghanaian business person to go into the production of sweet potato. We can also talk about health, because in most of our products, the sweet potato dominates, and it has vitamin A and B6 as well. In future, we're looking to industrialize by way of doing our own sweet potato noodles, sweet potato baby food, sweet potato flour, and others. We work with about 359 farmers in 2020. We are hoping that by 2022-2025, we should be working with thousands of farmers rather than hundreds of farmers. There is a scheme Casa de Europa have called the In-Grower Scheme. We have our own farm, we prepare with our own machinery, and allow these farmers to grow on it. We purchase their product and give them the income, and then we also employ them. Casa de Europa is a 90% women employer. Of the 154 workforce, 90% are women, and that's our focus.
But your time and if you never age me by member the bed on Casa de Europa and Adrian Abram or Mancasama Brabum. Member started the me on Casa de Europa and Abram made to my service. But they shall member, no, my family.
Yes, you do not know who Chimancasa. I send the best man full man and Indiana show. Or do I would declare for into one face camera. No much of one casa. The paper started you made it. Was someone else? What
we will say about the 1D1F is that we support it. It's an attempt to industrialize Ghana. It's an attempt to create jobs, because the 154 workers mostly are from this community. These people would not have been here.
Why won't you consider voting for the NPP in the next election? Abusia? Ya can't cry na wo. Me say, obi ba wo be share boss for the 24-hour economy bi ba. I want to create a edwuma ba ko fa nipa miensa. Biza wo say oba ye no, za 24-hour economy no. Edwuma do say na create. Nanado e ka kire Ghana for say. Me the 1D1F ba no. Na NDC fo gina baby kasa eyentro as when as a 2023 ending now about 170,000 jobs
aimed at the retail
both direct
market
and indirect
consumers.
And at 1D1F
we have 4 brands.
As a 2023 ending
Lavance,
now 169 factories.
Lavance is our main brand,
and
we have been
as a 2023 ending
producing this brand.
Now 154 of these factories were under various stages of completion. About we buy and was it 1D1F no fast be any so into we come tin time or the BB or so the BB friend agro processing parks and about to replace 1D1F no 1 year 6 months down the line. Mr. President Mahamane, Trade and Industry Minister Honorable Elizabeth Ofosua Jare said, how many of these agro-processing parks are established? Now, how many of your jobs and agro-processing parks, at me creative Ghana has see? Governance is a serious business. And I do why ye be papa. Baby, I'm a team, Muswanka, me man stand ovation for President Adam Kufuado and Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia. One deliberate policy created over 170,000 jobs. we MPP ni akofom ho koton MPP na adan kwakufu ado ene Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia enuma pa no koton ma manfo no na 2028 no Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia ba be president na wa pagya wo man no afri baabi a NDC di akowura yi e de esi mapon matena bia ya fancy otena we have lot of these videos ya ba beto aso otena be sanso ya 1D1F no a na videos aka wa kire nyina no yayi e de ama no wetemi ehunu enwuma ne mmode ne bo a na nado ebe boy the vehicle assembly plant no so e de wo ho ye de ba be ka ho na wa hunu ayefa de nyina nsi wa ha sei okay bro exactly 12 past a year the hour 4 ha Western Diamond Television Oman Mpuntuo dwubadie esu eni wadaroma fa WhatsApp and a text fa 0248071174 so bre bejebre e be kinkan nsem ade aba nyina enso etimi e de ama mo amode aba nyina no e bejebre ne akinkan ni nyina enso e de ama mo afa we are live on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, Western Diamond TV Live. On YouTube, you can share your thoughts with us over there. Western Diamond TV Live. And young guest, the walking encyclopedia. Takoradi constituency. Secretary Bakope. They get idea so called no pose now. So called no pose now. Unya daje de ye adwuma no na contest de me de menim so bia trinity dia but so call no pose digital area ma ha
ye ni a osika
na ho ye de
yesu adom mo ho ye papa na ahonde no ho
ye da nyame ase
na mentumen kade ma nyankopon wa ye na otumo de ma be free mumpo de na kire nyankopon wa ye bibia
sure
time dana ase na musumenda wa ankasa so ase de etonsa de from we abre memba kan na ye ne Ghana fundi nkomo
right
na minchia wutima ani won ye adwuma
right
na memfechia soronko mumfama the flag bearer of the new patriotic party Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia na minchia national executives especially Justin Kodia Frimpong, the general secretary of the party wonu dwuma soronko on the reorganization of the party in Osi Nenando, Osi regional secretary Nenando, Osi constituent secretaries Wanando, na Juma Pa, Aina Yedi, Yadama party, Yeji de, Ye na ye bois, ye Jumaden, Ebutum, Namanadum, Ghana Fu, Obeti MPP Ase, Namesha Jumedi Kakrempa Eyi Wawe Fredu, Warrior the past. And another Danko Akufa Dr. Mahmood Bawumia wana ban 8 years. Kakra waye Erica there by 2022-2023. Now one district, one factory alone has created over 179,000 jobs.
Yes.
We were on a good path to fully industrializing this country. But of course, the Ghanaian people will take a different path. In 2024 mijidi there part na we take in na wonyina we hu no nsunsando nti obohwe dem asisia research na adaba or kade 49% of the Ghanaian people believe the MPP should be the party or the will run the country no na 40% so will believe the or NDC no the will run the country no tells you the MPP say enyama ye tutu ni je internal wranglings na you focus on the needs of the Ghanaian people. Ghana for bete in answer no about what I mean 2028 may have a governed country.
Very well. Digital secretary Yera Emmanuel Kwabla Tokonu and yenene AD Nkomono. Party na be a year nominations they are two for a year constituency executive elections. I'm tempted to ask minimum say obeko but the me bisa say obi atwiniti a obe contest wana
but that's Osika on ameme side nyamena adom me tua me bibia me nomination e bibia me nyame receipt
okay
the election committee ne do baba
okay
na ma pick mo form na my until there you be vet na committee ne baka there e bia awona work contest ni obeje obi ato muntumi ntina we free do na menka there e bia obi atwiniti na obi ntwinti because committee ne mbe mo obi ala and pick form.
Okay.
You know, but only in the MPP, the Democratic Party, party of the rule of law. The party no way akwenya. Efa form so na they converting. Na vetting for no mo akwenya ma out to mark contest. That is very, very important because party membra na yede nti ahobrasim time no so mo fa form no na ma present ma converting na vetting for amon makwenya na ma chere ma contest for the secretary position.
I see. Me come obi antinity. O Takoradi constituency secretary position no. Mo bi antinity. Moma the guitar secretary ento na adwuma so eno ano no. Because secretary adwuma no enya adwuma ketwa enso abrantie yi enya bre eye secretary adwuma no owie a be communicate the ama party no obetene nka station ha ade achi ha that one that am say adwuma na ya den sa na wunya adaje ko radio so ko communicate ma party no no so ade ne de woni mojamu so be ye adwuma ade amwa party no na such a person no anza so ko contest mpo me de say ye acclamation de man no to na adwuma so because 2024 elections no papa we ni mu bia anka Takoradi constituency ka de ye party no I am telling you papa ye otimani mi oni mu bia me say 2024 elections no ka de ye party no Takoradi constituency enti nipa bi say no me de e ka me nko anka mo bia entwiniti so oba be contesting mo man nto na adwuma die so esan say adwuma power ye over the years no e kire records no ho ti me de ye me ka nyina no so obi ban so be contest wa problem bi ani ho me ye campaign di amount
Osika me das
yes me ye campaign di amount what
de bia meka party no ye dan ho brase odo na titru adwumaden na ye de party
right
because look Osika party adwuma no ayedem it is selfless people and Kwabena Japan or Takas. You need to get selfless people to serve the party. And earlier the major our family na our business so kakra na ye ni because onyo biana our skill what to communicate onyo biana obi so na skill on in there obehwe no oboko kwehyehyɛ nkofo woni wana akasama why then wotum party no go obiana ne skill and I'm always humbled to serve the New Patriotic Party
right
because meji di there on any party na ye hwe ne ye na ye adwuma de ne ba abeni ma oma no otumpon and I'm always focused on how this country can develop. And I believe the New Patriotic Party in Obotum Oman will develop faster than the NDC. Oscar Nyansa kakra yankopon da adom hen you see the want to be one at the disposal of the party.
Okay.
So that the party can also benefit from the little gift iron so them can a lot thousands and if not millions and when you now contribute and on my party but them minimum partner the rule of law and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be serve as running mate for another Danko Akufo-Addo for 4 elections. We also vice president of the Republic of Ghana for 8 years. Now so oba de opado obe di party ni mo do election. Ibinum wan nyane there onam da wasoma party no so nko bi intino one contest ibinum so fi da won so botu waye the man constituency election regional election polling station electoral area na out if obisu ho fi da obotu waye mo wasena ami nti se dem ni pakro no ono so ho a ono so nya akukudura oba for form na vetting committee wo ginu tuma oba contest to contest na se bio onwin na even though me pede me so winner Oscar we will still serve the party because we have a lot to do for the party to come to power. For me, I am always humbled to serve the New Patriotic Party.
I see. Process no to two polling station electoral area the one it is saying pepepa na nsunsunya kakra bi dante.
Mekade nsunsunya kakra okay
because
Eba constituency there from secretary down to communication. If a former, you pay 500 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
Chairman pays 1,500 cedis.
Okay.
First vice and second vice pay 1,000 cedis. Then Obia after na afilo form all the necessary data, your personal, sometimes your political contribution to the party. Then you go for a vetting. Then the vetting will scrutinize you, particularly on your competence as to the role they play. Party in the Beshade, the bottom aye, Jumano Mowa, so party in that at least they should have a fair idea. And serving the party at various sectors or the arms also add value to what you can do, because even though we are already 22 years, even though by law he qualifies the treasure, we feel the treasure committee can sit down and oh no, it's you'll be albeshi sikasamdo report on sikasam you're young, even though you qualify, but the committee would make no, you believe there you can go to the youth arm of the party, you go and study in until at the age of 21, 22, even though you're qualifying, we feel the what is your political experience to take the position of a treasure. It's very, very sensitive position. You can be disqualified, but I will enter it. If you don't know why I'm qualified, more the Marco University, more certificate, minimum accounting, my economics, but they will tell you you don't have political experience to take up that particular position. Because you're sensitive.
Yes.
You are not matured enough. You have not participated in political activism. Now, in your position, be now what the Juma Shawansa now be into. Even though you qualify by book, but politically you don't qualify. Into sometimes there are so many ways. And be also there. Nasara coordinator, yes, Nasara coordinator. What have you been doing over the years? Maybe am I a deputy Nasara? Oh, okay. Then it wakens the committee. So what are the new plans? Able to the northern votes now, or who constituency, the Muslim vote. How are you going to mobilize them? You have to prove to the committee that you are competent enough to handle that position. Secretary, chairmanship, constituency chairman, what has been your political contribution to the party? It's not only about money. It's not only about money. And, you have to explain very cogent reasons or the committee
now contest. Okay.
One chance. At the end of the day, your fate will be in the hands of the committee. Now you have to explain to them. A constituency secretary, yes, what has been your contribution to the party? Have you held certain positions, sensitive position? Because a constituency secretary, a lot of information will pass through your desk about the party. Party, maybe some of them you have to keep it secret for the rest of your life. It been a yearly polling station elections. It been more accused constituency executives. You can accuse constituency executives, but the truth is that accusation element on your biana the more form and our document no often in him. If the accusation of what if you are not careful, you will reveal one sensitive information to the public. And it's a tactful, very humble and hardworking, dedicated person. You just come out and say so many things against certain people. Why somebody has been disqualified or qualified or this, you need to work within the party. Only in a party, what the article be bim, what's the day? Per contest for a positioner, you should be a member of the party and an active member.
Okay.
It's very, very instructive. Active member, so that on your day, solar, my budget constituency secretary, my budget constituency chairman, my budget constituency organizer, my budget constituency women organizer. You should be somebody. You play an active part in the party organization, the running of the party, and Oscar and secretary. You should be skillful in so many levels. You should know how to lobby. You should know how to raise funds. You should know how to speak to people. You should know how to resolve conflicts, misunderstanding in the party. Now, because in some brain over to more catch resolve, especially when you have an MP, and Takoradi constituency for me is one of the most special constituencies, and they are extra careful not to do things or create unnecessary tension in the inside the politics or constituency. At the end of the day, the committee will come, everybody will appear before them, they will ask the necessary questions. If you will be a lot for form, also feel there, also or papa or dopa, the also for the Osman PP or one executive position and the other. Until all the time, and I say it will be a local contest. Now, if you there, it brings new ideas because it's can't be a maker there. Some now we are contester. Ebia mekanya maybe a mepedami I feel the obobwa. I might win, but ebia also baka in some ebien e base bia feel the some musically it has not occurred to me. Inti mo fana me de kan
what de no ho
me de no ho na me de ye adwuma na obobwa. But se me nya opportunity no ma wa contester. So competition is good. Time Ghana move away from those days analog system of telephone, the mobile telecommunication. There was only one mobile company, but even under President Kufuor, 1 year, 1 month, other people will be competition cheap prices in here or drop it because they were using new ways to market their product. Competition is good. What I don't do maybe a problem on when it becomes acrimonious, and I have promised myself ever since I decided to do party politics I will never go for an election and speak against my opponent. I will never do that. I will never do that because after all, he is not the reason I'm contesting. He is not the reason I'm contesting. If my opponent in a Kasimbi or the TM, na me way, na me sure there is weight in what he's saying, which I need to explain. I will do that.
Okay.
To the electorate, it's that is for me. That is my style.
Okay.
And I believe in the dove aspect of our politics. I don't want to be a hawk, but a very strong dove who understands his trade, knows when to strike and when to go back. That, for me, that is how I believe.
Okay.
And I believe in the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's style of politics. That should be policy driven. I will go I will go to the electorate, explain why they will have to vote for me and what I will be able to, in collaboration with my other constituency executive, do. One thing, our MPP, we don't take unilateral decisions. People don't know. Today, Justin Kodia, Obano explain issues to the public. This is the direction of the party. People think, Justin Kodia. No, MPP doesn't work that way. It is a collective decision where they will go and debate about the issues. Then at the end of the day, either the entirety will agree or majority will agree that this is the direction we have to go. Into whatever idea or suggestion or policy I want to bring on board, I will have to be able to sell that idea. I have to explain to them for them to buy into it, so that we can implement it at the benefit of the party.
Okay.
And that is what everybody, youth organizer or co-election, Obotuma promise of may day. At the end of the day, he has to come and explain himself.
Yes.
Explain that idea and a policy, to us. Okay, no, a good policy. If you are, then what we agree, you go and make sure implement it for the benefit of the party. It is for all the arms of the party. And I hope that the Takoradi electorates that I know, they will take the right decision at the right time.
Dabena will manifesto be available
immediately after my vetting. I will do that.
But Mami Sakabi. Mate. Na yenye adwuma ma.
Mate.
Maybe the best I say me ye adwuma ma. Deputy secretary me obetimi aye.
Me das.
Based on our past records.
Me das.
Enti na mayi manim say me support no ma ye adwuma na boa.
Me das.
Because higher kwa
Mati.
Digital. It seems Ora John Dramani Mahama and NDC abai. Wamu goodwill no. Diminisha na diminisio. Adanwa da any graph from say Monkai me.
Info analysis.
Da bi ba kuno am de ba na say oh. You can say something be buy. I think Institute of Economic Affairs. Yeah. Woman the buyer. Woman terms your President John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, in the performance, SWAT is say who. And I'm saying, Adi can just can say I kick you.
And that's what is almost
by 10%. Yes. Into one more grounds one at this research in a bar. See. The yada ye scrutinize yada ye ni say obi aya to aba 2 years my na ade no goodwill no so tia na ete goodwill no so tia na ete AP on so de bi aba na me pese ye nya adaje na ebie mu yie na wo mo de no national vote tracker na on say and they can say I think 40.9 right percent of voters prefer NPP. 39% of 39% for NDC. 8% undecided. Digital, me pasi a year maybe.
Is it 49% of 49?
Yeah, I think 49%. Yeah, 49%. Yeah. I prefer a year MPP and a 39 for NDC, 8 for undecided. Very well. NPP. You can say reorganization process, party no a team position party no to a certain stage say to abana say the AP of working party no ebetimi every ni power na.
Oscar Medase.
Right.
First and foremost, let me commend say all the institutions that were tried to obey a tracking system, obey them, it is good.
Yeah.
It also gives the political parties some opportunity to align some of their policies and programs, knowing what the Ghanaian people are saying. Because Sawosika say, we want to me ha, name Mamejume, the men share the number of viewers in the Inada. Media agra, media agra. I will just fanfool you. But independent people know it helps.
Yeah.
So that it helps you to position yourself well. So that Oscar, President Mahama the 2024 general election, the normal vote onye, percentage vote onye, now the kind of goodwill Ghana for the man based on his Obiano Waye, former president that. So the Ghanaian people had a lot of hope in him. Talk of importers, exporters, talk of market women, talk of, because of the policies now that were churning out during the campaign, talk of farmers, talk of cocoa farmers, talk of teachers, the promises of the month, talk of nurses, promises of the month, and health workers in general. Talk of youth unemployment issues and the idea of bringing on board the 133 agenda on what you know different 24-hour economy. How they hammered home the hope that they gave to the Ghanaian people. Oscar, What promise Ghana for the kind of social interventions what the baba or bobwa magana way to pon obey original platform don't promise Ghanaian people meba agenda 111 na na do danko akufado we implement our various stages of completion meba motriado or promise or say double track system or a teacher for or abatan into on oba within the first 120 days he will abolish the double track system. The kind of campaign of President Mahama and NDC was running, they captured the mindset of the Ghanaian people. They look, I'm coming to do something meaningful and very, very prosperous Ghana. Magana now our benefits. And Obiasu the President Mahama all about for only 4 years. It's the kind of promises all the Magana for now what the Ghanaian people were taught there were babinya Ghana sebio all flow with honey and milk. It's Ghana for they gave him the benefit of the doubt, even though he was a failed president in the 2012-2016 governance of this country 4 years. And even though the Ghanaian people feel the wanyadi because he had brought undue hardship to the Ghanaian people through the lazy approach to the electricity issue or plunging this country to darkness. Now corruption the entirety of the President Mahama one government to the extent Odru baby no nankasa or make a promise okay mala I'm a President Mahama won't promise it kind of answer or just the or non because Odru baby no offend can promise. We see the economic a year the Oba achieve gross domestic product a year inflationary rate a year GDP foreign reserve okay the obotum achieve when at the end of the day Galamsey was down everything. Joska the Ghanaian people, based on that experience, the kind of economic challenges or in the second part of Akufo-Addo government as a result of the COVID and Russia-Ukraine war. Now Akufo-Addo managed in a very way on command the negative impact on how Ghana for President Mahama also capitalized on that and put out the proposals to the Ghanaian people. The Ghana for over 55%. What did to know what to Abaman? And it was the highest percentage vote for any president who is anyone all about a Benin in terms of all your opposition leader, even though no I president that was the highest vote for any opposition leader in the Fourth Republic of Ghana. Now the question is that what has been President Mahama performance? First, Oscar, he accused Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo of practicing what we call family and friends government. President Mahama since you know accused, he is now practicing what we call family government by giving out the extractive industry to his own family people. That was trust betrayed. Again, or promising Ghana for the second term of Akufo-Addo Naban. Akufo-Addo was running the country with 85 ministers. 85 ministers and deputy ministers. Then President Mahama, in a dramatic way to sway the Ghanaian people, or promising the honor about appoint 60 ministers. He will run this country with 60 ministers. Obey, Ampa. And this is I'm going to say, we appoint 58 ministers because 2 of them, unfortunately, they are no more. The defense minister and the environment, science and environment minister. So for the first time in the history of this country, over 9 months to 10 months, we don't have a defense minister. We don't have an environment minister. Again, Osika, in a very subtle way, he appointed all regional NDC organizers as presidential staffers. And every presidential staffer, all the presidential staffers, they are equivalent to deputy ministers of state. So indirectly, President Mahama has appointed 16 more ministers of state. But in a deceitful way, you want to hide it from the Ghanaian people. no they be obisa obakade oh I may appoint 16 ministers but the truth of the matter is that the 16 you know they can one or 76 ministers. Again, a question: the number of presidential staffers. Since you have 24-hour economy, you would 24-hour economy director general, you would deputy director general, you would into Osika. Obele there. No, President Mahama, he's trying to hide something from the Ghanaian people as far as appointment is concerned. And CCR Obele there, President Mahama will appoint more presidential staffers, more in terms of numeration. Akufo-Addo was running the Jubilee House with 327 million Ghana cedis. Today, it's over 2.4 billion.
Yeah. And
the salary alone of the presidential staffers has been increased by 148%. Akufo-Addo now next look at the 85 ministers. The cost to the exchequer is far below a president. President also look at 77 ministers of state. They won't deceive. Again, Oscar, then comes 20 president will promise 120 days. Maba double track system. And then go full complain. And Akufo-Addo abankech on the look. The processes are that to come. You but to me we the man around 2027. 2027 because ODS school there no and more so that the intake will too wide then will balance. On them the practice. President at that time we're running opposition leader. Also they know within 120 days I will be able to bring double track to an end.
Yes.
Today, early part of his government, after meeting the stakeholders, after meeting the policy makers and policy implementers, look, that policy cannot become possible unless you put up those houses. The only way you can do is to look for the money and continue what your predecessor left you. Now, a 2 school down. Then parents, wow. After all, the MPP people were telling us the truth.
Yeah.
Again, what would the parents would that was a promise betrayed. Again, what's the teacher for? In a nurse for will be your automatic posting. The moment they finish school, they will get automatic posting. To be frank, today it is now established there. Even I want to phone where you teacher for the nurse for phone where you in 2024. It took the government almost 1.5 years and some was started with your uncle.
Yes.
I want another phone when we Juma 2025. The health minister, the education minister, Waba Pada Abekade, Aban on Tumon for one.
Yeah.
That is promise betrayed. Again, Aban Okechre, one of the campaign of President Mahama, Okofa ports, import duties, sheet, what platform though. No, you know, or can 1 there. If you why did them taxi? Why did them taxi? No, Banima. Obe make sure there import duty, not that to who.
Yeah. Oshia a good for
exactly.
Yeah. Or in 2 tranches.
Yes.
Or we are good for no koye importers and exporters for so the account.
More importers in your budget too.
Yeah.
Then no, as some President Mahama can or you call why the way the president that into a free day yet to Abama na oba go to me implement. Nanka some put to me a platform catch a Ghana for there. Ono Wako opposition 8 years we see any answer
sure
into oba the mistakes no year one now benim and the say bio e bia Akufo-Addo so ni mistakes bi all year no on oba onye bi
yeah
into obe ekoni biara na mo do oba ma dollar akofom wa afado ekoni biara oba ma inflation akofom wa afado now so today importers no aboso kanfo makolafo what's the duty na what you Akufo-Addo na benim in 2024 since our abrodo. That is promise betrayed.
Yeah.
Again, about farmers, cocoa farmers wando. Akufo-Addo ba cocoa price 64 kilogram bag at 4,750. 475 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
By the time Akufo-Addo leave, do not order 3,100. That is 31 million. President Mahama in the team would a platform. What's Akufo-Addo nitrim yesum. I been into the cocoa farmers. Now what bar? What the book was 65 million and now there 70 million. 6,500 to 7,000.
To be 101.3.
What the governance in a man? When you Africa and the science in the show there, we bet to cocoa price. No, so what kind of what's no your question? Some abandoned John wonder we bet to cocoa price. Little did we know. They know ya da abandoned John. Ma aban 3,600. What the cocoa farmers pay 64 kilogram bag of cocoa. Sisiala what the mon 2,500 Ghana cedis. Almost 1,100. What will do almost 30%. Cashew farmers, the same thing.
Yeah.
Sisiala, Abana promise, or your head teacher for there on our bar. Oh yeah, Akufo-Addo ni free SHS Papa Okofa Bay. No one my teacher for 30% to support their feeding. Now buffer stock what to Nyamanke no what the support one. President Mohammed Kodina in campaign platform no promise head teachers chance for there. On our bar. Sika wadu trade bano wadu ma free SHS for nina or the bomber one. Now when I say wakoto wanombal, wakoto onebro, sometimes people wato a punch nam, no what I the ban, no what I'm a teacher for. No uncle President Mahama, name the free secondary school. One more one a punch nam. Na do down Akufo-Addo, na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na ban. Look, the man do only possible. The kind of structure or what they run the schools, no. Aban and to me yesikano 100% and from a teacher for onye ye. President Mahama say la head teacher for jitum chance for jitum. Wo me teacher for nya wo to aba. What the man President Mahama. We ask no obey. We nya busu mesia. President Mahama say no through the education minister. What's the chance for yentum mfesi kana mo wan no won koto ediban ogum. That is trust betrayed.
Yeah.
Aban owie the almighty 133 one job 3 people 3 shifts. To the extent that one communication officer, Sami Jenfi, autonomous TV, or say Captain Smart, I wear bar and a pass 6 o'clock. I bought on 2. You about 2 o'clock, go up on 10. No, upon 10, no up on the 6. I started 10, no up on the 6. Until one radio work, no, Nipa 3, no obey. Wakayama. A whole General Secretary of Trade Union Congress of the Republic of Ghana. Also, that is a game changer. When people were telling him, look, the fundamentals of our economy is not right to totally make the Ghanaian economy a 24-hour economy. There are so many things we have to do. And said that President Mahama no supported. They rounded it off. What's I want what bar will be a 24-hour economy because what bar all the public sector companies are what botum waje in 24 hours will be ye me edwuma watum wa bomanim into ya babu ni biara e kwani biara bafado I be pay edwuma ye e benye edwuma ye. To the extent that the current minister for government communication Okwatena Asempa no say 24 hours, no. I want to put what on watch, no. They will boost the economy of watch selling so that watch for no will run all year 24-hour economy. It's Oscar the kind of hope I want the Magana for no one in there President Mahama Oba. In the Babun, according to Ghana Statistical Service, what's it? Youth unemployment have increased from 30% to 34%.
1.5 years.
1.5 years. From 30% to 34%. Today, apart even the 24-hour economy secretariat is not run 24 hours.
What don't know
24-hour economy. On the office, or run or yet 8 hours.
To be
frank, what they didn't have a policy policy direction for the 24-hour economy. Until there, we are appointed Oreguzitando. No, we can all put together a 24-hour policy. In other words, they deceive the Ghanaian people in voting for them.
So, anyone to that woman to mean Chiremuno. See, and one no, and no one to mean Chirem. They didn't have one buy, no. I am the pressure called to Guzitando. So on Tintim be Fambra. Now, idea or Tintim the buy, no. They get out in Kemwa.
Maybe anymore. At the end of the day, Guzitando say the government needs $4 billion.
Can you imagine?
For them to be able to implement the 24-hour economy. To be frank, what can the 24-hour economy? Our world the near one quanchen. What about will create a system where they will provide you a special prepaid meters. It is our way a human nufa. Our more than prepaid meter be so that your electricity will go down. Today, electricity have increased by 24%. By 1st July, they are increasing it by 3.8%. That will go to 28%. That is promise betrayed. It's Osika say who there. Ibinumu akwaye. In Institute of Economic Affairs, African Policy Lens, wakwaye research. No, what's a Ghana for? Don't know what to Obama President Mahama. I want you to what's the no. President Mahama has deceived them. Osika, no kwanda. No kwanda. Because that is not the promise the president gave to the Ghanaian people. The social contract on one signing. The president is deviating.
Yeah.
He's deviating. Oscar, about good governance, Akufo-Addo ran 8 years in his government. 8 years in his government. Only 4 people were prosecuted, arrested or prosecuted on the issue of false publication. To the extent that President Mahama had the cause to complain. To the Ghanaian people, the President Akufo-Addo is becoming a tyrant.
Yeah.
There, how can you do that? Obia, a human rights lawyer, an advocate of rule of law. How can you do that? 8 years, he only people who cross the line. 4. Today, less than 1.5 years, President Mahama has prosecuted or arrested people in a brute force more than 8 in 1.5 years. Today, in the Obi president or the president in the picture, not throw Dumswa, what the National Security Bureau of National Intelligence Bureau or BN, Bureau of National Intelligence, Oscar NIB. Only know what the Kunipakuni fie, no we go bunabo, no wa kwatching. Obi why false publication. Your friend na call false publication. I combrema or your misdemeanor. What over fine no. We use national security. No that kwatching nipa or your blogger. Or you know use police. National security. Oscar, national security is a serious institution of the state. What did the man do? What did the ordinary citizens express one democratic right through free speech in a and then other national security, one man at the borders of this country why you yet in Australian police what's what the Drubon what I for Ghana port Drubon what for Ghana port or worth $300 million since April Ghana ban no Yahweh. Then the Ghana for Wadwatu. Then the Ghana for Wadwatu. Your ratings will go down because I want to what do you bro? What do you beans? Abandoned don't true buffer stock. No what to the ban what them mankofu. No one what I'm a free SHS for the whole of 2025. Abana ma buffer stock fuska. To be frank, the 2026 budget are already in 2025 November. About $200 million. There, 200 million cedis. The what to the ban? A brown beans na de. The agric minister in February wrote to the finance minister, they won't release this car, no one quarter. Because farmers, when they blow, no, let's say, free SH of Usu near the Banindi. Osika, only 3 weeks ago, the finance ministers will release this kind of what I'm under that door. Only for the Greek minister to come and tell the Ghanaian people, no, this I guess Kebia. It's not there for the first time in the Fourth Republic. Farmers were demonstrating in the northern enclave of this country. Meanwhile, in Sudan, our president Mama, these are the people they live on their income, farming produce, on what they live in Aban and releases come one quarter. A comedy one. Yeah. Aban who releases can be in there. Okay. It was say who the president Mama rate is before. It is justifiable, and there are a lot of data to support it. Okay, because Ghana don't want to have a man. Why disappointed? And the only way for them to redeem themselves by that vote, is to go back to the MPP who were telling them the truth. Nyama no buama MP Ghana for today. Oh yeah, demo National Health Insurance Scheme aban or digitalizing to the Senate. This is Eco Hospital war. Oh yeah, you find the district hospital Takwa. Not for some reason or transfer one, but Takoradi. You don't need to carry your folder along. Yeah. On my hospital, time rate and for spend or consulting room. No form. What's a quiet lab? Yeah, banana or better papa more. Already papa able to lab one at the work card at the Chawanala. Emmanuel Frimpong, you are coming to do this test. Papa. Well, you are doctor not signing on or no, I send them electronically. Yeah, no. It reduces costs to the hospital. It makes work easier. On my paperwork, form. Yeah. Because then, abanisi. I wanna why the major man what the Magana aban what them hospitals in India. Abanisi. Muntu. I'm add contract in if you see. It's young back. So, Oscar, we should understand where that data is emanating from. It is the huge disappointment from the very people who voted for President Mahama. Okay. I don't know why madam result to have. Very well. The guitar secretary Mena say Ohwe Obrano akasima no miru na nunum etimi abo. O message no dey fabra. E be pebra ne akenkan ni nyina enso etimi e de amount. Nyame ya domu a 1st July e kono. PURC for the abebomu se enyina monkane abo ye tum. Ye de Ohamwa bupai miensa etiripo aduanan enkron 3.49% eka ho. Enso yede 0.85% ena eka ho. Mehunu ye na me bisa PURC for za. Ede na ema eboi epeja kosoro sa no. Ene wo mo se. Nyabotire na tie. I say the factors under consideration. Enema ama eye enyina monkane abo no wo mo de 3.49% ebe ka ho nyame aduma bosumi e ba be wura mu no enie Ghana cedi US dollar exchange rate. What will say? Yes, the commission applied a weighted range, average Ghana cedi US dollar exchange rate of 11 cedi 2228 pesos to $1 for the 3rd quarter of 2026. This projected exchange rate is based on a 3-month annual interbank average Ghana cedi dollar selling exchange rate for the period April 1, 2026 to June 19, 2026. This indicates a 0.2% depreciation of the Ghana cedi from the second quarter rate of 11 cedi 193 pesos to $1. And to one say dollar no. Nane ma gu ase wo cedi animu no ene cedi na san so e depreciate biemu. Eno na wo mugina so wo di eto enyina mkane abu mu no. Na eto so me inflation. Ha kura na asem no wo no. Because you can't tell me say what the inflation about single digit.
ade say eniema wo mo use di anu anyina mo nkane no ebuo no nyina faako esoro kwa na eko enso ye kan o si inflation wetimi aya manaba 3.7 to 3.8 and to say the commission also applied a 3 months April 1 2026 to June 19 2026 average inflation rate of 3.43% for the third quarter of 2026, indicating a downward review of 17.74% from the previous quarter's rate of 4.17%. Price of natural gas. What's the one my firm wobu aba for Muntianto Monfreo and play a critical and a major role in the increments of electricity. The commission applied a weighted average cost of gas, that is a gas price of $7.9708 US per MMBTU, indicating a downward adjustment of 1.58% from the previous quarter's rate of $8.0988 per MMBTU. Afei, electricity generation mix, that is hydro, the thermal mix and also the projected hydrothermal generation mix for the quarter under review remained the same at 20.90% from hydro generation and 79.10% from thermal generation as applied in the second quarter. And you know, enema miensa 1 exchange rate, 2 inflation rate, 3 price of natural gas, and a nay akeka bomua ama adien epeja. And so abai ba ya wose sa niama we nyina no waye ho aguma ama na ye stable digital eba ne se ne akopi ha
Oscar but that's it. I'm there. I don't know one can sample actually maybe na I'm the biamaka there at the end of the day. Oscar, the data will expose you.
Yeah.
You can run all the political expedient speeches. You can say all what you want to say, but at the end of the day, the data will definitely expose you.
Yes.
Because, Oscar, Ghana is not an island. We are part of the global village. Share terminal, the generation mixing.
That's right.
The terminal and the hydro. Now hydro is almost 21% and terminal is 79%. Yeah. In other words, electricity because the cost of powering the terminal, Oscar, and terminal ninyamana what the support me what the bend the power ninyina no it's dollar related.
Yes.
It's the moment dollar obe depreciate kakrebi. Okay. And one thing Oscar there is no way the city can fight the dollar. It is not possible. The month of June alone, government is pumping $1.22 billion into the forest sector of the economy just to maintain the exchange rates. Just to maintain the exchange rate, the government is pumping 1.22. Now, Ghana, yen foreign reserve, majority of the money is coming from the sale of gold.
Yes.
It's abano elinya the miskana pump them you are depriving the Ghanaian people of real development.
Yeah.
What is say Oman Sase what Galamsey site in the mining communities Wale Breno Abano inside of there in corridor channels can it be or do call for development rather than Abano chose the easy way out just to make propaganda work for him into Obutumu Yiska only 1 month 1.22 billion to support the exchange rates. Because and this behavior or economic decision is hampering the export sector.
Yeah.
It is hampering the export sector because $20 was 14. In Kenya, you just maintain it at that time. At that time, the there's a support and a Bank of Ghana. What the forex no, it's about 80 million a month. What could 100? Now this government has multiplied by almost 100%. It's Damano Baba Oscar into Ama about the central government. Ontumuntiako. Ontumuntiako no. Ono no wa farmers, ordinary farmers. Wale bre. Yeah. Cocoa farmers wale bre. It's Oscar, and every 3 months. I will not be surprised there by tomorrow morning or this evening on the most of the political shows I don't know. IMF conditionality.
Okay, and you know, walk of far by the end, tour. I think 16th of April 2025. PRC for by announced a tariff adjustment. Yeah. At to force in the say tariff hike, you know, a part of IMF conditionalities. That's in 2025. Okay, and then IMF new obium. Yeah, exit from the IMF.
I'm telling you, Oscar, the explanation they will give tomorrow, this night, the Ghana Blaster and England match, you know, will just allow them to enjoy a little. Then tomorrow morning, the explanation they will give is that it's an IMF conditionality. Akufo-Addo no sign it all.
Hey, but omo be kasa say Ghana fo ehunu om say saafo e no wo ya kronfo and ma share suit because time wa IMF wo ho no otumu a wo de share IMF IMF ni wo bi enti no wo de kwashe wan wo be san so nya kukuduro abeka che Ghana ni say IMF no
they will have no explanation. Really? Yeah, Oscar, look, it's America journal. I've told you right from the beginning of this government that after about 5 months in the government, I personally came to the conclusion that this government is running a convenient government, which is undertoned with propaganda and settings. Propaganda and settings. It is Abana Waba within 1.5 years. Where to ton gold, 18 tons of gold.
What ton?
All in the audible hold the city no wire strong. Nina nechiru no. Nina nechiru no. Ese dollar no city no wire depreciate. Ma as a result of that, it is a contributing factor. Ma increase electricity. After selling 18 tons of gold, which is worth about $4 billion, Oscar, it tells you there, look, this government, they've taken a very bad economic decision. And the economic decision, you know, the impact is real. One party, Oscar, the government is not hiring. What's in the fear? Industry is paying more electricity, and the Mahama, where the dollar and inflation are down, than Akufo-Addo. Yeah. Naban. Industry, businessmen, they are paying more electricity, more water, more gas. Gas is more expensive than when Akufo-Addo was leaving power. It's Oscar. Mr. President Mahama, it will be very difficult for him, for him to stand and face the Ghanaian people. What is left for President Mahama is only his smiles. It's only his smile. It's only his fine boy. But to debate the issues to the Ghanaian people, to them all campaign 2024 on two.
Yeah,
he cannot. Because everything is opposite. Everything is opposite. How can you convince me? There, Akufo-Addo lifia benim. Inflationary rate was around 23.5%. Dollar was around 14.5%. Fuel per liter, petrol was around 14. Then diesel was around 15. Today, how much? What's the cost of diesel? What is the cost of petrol? Dollar before Manso, fuel wakoso.
Yes.
Dollar before inflation before to the extent the inflation about 3.4%. Even last month, what statistical service was 3%. tell me what will constitute you that in less than 1.5 years you should increase electricity by 30%. Tell me. I'm economics. Water has increased. Tell me, Osika. Tell me, because but they are always. That is why 8-10 months ago they were saying Abana Papa Aba. Atu forcing is forcing. Today they are unable to say the same words.
Yes,
because they know that they have deceived the Ghanaian people. They know it.
But President Mahama and this Omutimo de Empa.
They deceived the Ghanaian people.
Was what to Ninamunkania Boom? We become a cover 30%.
Yes.
And so we become a cover 20-something%. And you may need a ketria. Only 9%.
The last 2 years of Akufo-Addo's government. After Yafi COVID, Muyaba, Akufo-Addo was increasing annual salary of public workers around 20%. President, even Oman Mpuntuo, TUC, labor organization, they were not satisfied with Akufo-Addo. Today, the same labor, they are able to accept 9%.
The
same labor people, they accepted 9%. Today, they were telling the Ghanaian people that corruption will be a thing of the past, and they are going to institute what we call ORA, Operation Recover All Loot. Today, you were a businessman, a politician, a former member of parliament, a former leader in parliamentary committee. Otumo did not public okade obi wa abanimu wa abani yirin channel there one man $55 million contract. 55 million is around 550 million Ghana cedis. Now what's one man 10%, 11% bribe? No one for contracting a man more than 48 hours. One picking, one beside there. One no wa benima or the dama alo anko oba madam bribe no. Won be say. I want to know what the public what you did. Operation Recover All Loot. Operation Recover All Loot. Today, somebody is in this government is prepared to pay to take 11% bribe. And Sana, one businesswoman, 55 million contracts.
As one 10 years cost years.
Now so the man ban obi for president no picture no throw dunsa.
Yeah, got it.
To be 101.3.
The man ban why? Because the government will lose touch with the Ghanaian people. They've lost touch. They've lost touch. And one thing about the Ghanaian people they are very resilient. We're very resilient people. Sometimes we move forward. At the right time, we will also speak.
Yeah.
And that is what the Ghanaian people are saying. The President Mahama, I'm sorry. You have lost it.
Okay.
The president has lost it. Oscar, we'll lose. I've lost it. The market women who were expecting the 20 women's bank to give them loans. With the 50 million ashim last year, only for us what check a budget statement last year releases not just one seed in pound call. So Oscar, for me, electricity hikes, water hikes, Oscar, for me, President Mahama, Nankasa, Nenumasan. No, only church.
Okay. Digita my nasi. Na messages no mo de mo famra ye be kan ma mo ati ye be kan ni nyina ase yakọ mo de mo famra amanfo ebisa se abai wada Roma o say former Maslog boss Sedinam Tamaklu Ationu Christine wa bedru Ghana hama enei kwa chiofosu issue a statement say wama pejande na kwa akọhye Ghana Prison Service for nsemo na wahye ase serve ni jail term no a adaroma prison kura ma me entasia no mo de mon kan kire Ghana fo mo body na mon kan kire Ghana fo isan se de ekoso no ayese wo ye NDC nia wo no ye treat you specially we other party ni ye twa abo so saa minority no na ebisa ben ti baby asadi nam hye no prison ko no oda no ka kire Ghana fo brabonten na be ka kire Ghana fo da wo hye ase se or 7 term no ni jail term no bra be ka kire Ghana fo ye be di hu komo kitua bi ye wi ana fei ya te de si Nana Abdul Dr. Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia Zipline Medical Drone Delivery Centers, what is the state of the remaining 3 operation as is here? So we mo buy no, we mo say miensa de ene sika da ho no mo ntimi ntua. Until I'm told to say aka 3.
And at the northern include.
Yes. The state of centers see yehunu because near air course information air ban enye last will be friends one close center down na chese bra ye bre wo ha no enya asem ketwa abanya o se o ba betwa so ma Ghana ye fine no ne wo ye nie digital said nam de no ma me ma 3 minutes now spend most of the time on the zipline drone. Why?
Oscar, clearly I can't show that the president they try to preach virtue, but they are practicing vice.
Yeah.
They rose on the moral high ground, creating the impression that they were coming to do something extraordinary in government. Yeah. Said in Tamaklu, of course, or your MPP Aban was started the process of the extradition. Na Abani Botiodo, Nanyamanado, Mwebu through Ghana, or the Okose. He's a high ranking. Because personally, I don't fancy people who have worked for the country. Na Ubejilu, and I discuss one answer more radio and TV. But in Kadamasa Minyankoyabedi, but or NDC Funala.
Yeah.
The level of hypocrisy, the level of dishonesty, what portray what country no. Okay, you are man. Okay, inka obi we extradite obi. We jail obi 10 years. No, we extradite no wade na Ghana. So the prison on the prison osika.
So nyasam.
Yeah. Konyasam. Now so some because when you rise on the high moral ground, catching them my behave there, you're perfect. So you're perfect there. What did the Pakrunum Polabes plane in Mono? What Bogana ban no so far or Washington? What Bonamania there? Now, Madam, the extradition, why a reality until you don't look at Ghana. Or you Ghana law, Bobo, or you Ghana High Commission in the United States. Bobo Ghana, Banam, there were the Madame and Alaba.
Timunshian Airport.
Timunshian Airport. Where you aware? National security is aware because what about will be Jenum? What am a national security?
Sure.
Ghana, but why am I aware? What did not pay? National security ko fan. Baby on your boko do your boko. When to one from Ghana food there. Oh, mommy, yeah, Abanada don't start extradition. The one for them because a court of competent jurisdiction was finding 10 years in jail. Into other Banobe 7. Ghana ban when to me inform you know. It took the American embassy to inform us through social media platforms.
Yes. Now bind to
now ban it no.
Eh,
me wa na ni pakun wo de na ba ma ban aju no. Ban to wo wiechi ansa na ban all ba pad wa beka do o ampa maame no wo de na aba no je mu to wo da mala. Oje mu to wo da mala no ba ye 3-4 days. Ina ban nkasa ne WhatsApp platform Oya Franklin Kujo. All the button the social Facebook wall. There, look. I'm a no no. There, Madam said in Tamaklu. What's the baby no? Or air condition. She's under house arrest. Hey, okay, convicted. I see. Oscar, you see, the hypocrisy and the dishonesty. Most of my no. because it is coming from their own stock. Because when the man can Ghana phone because it's coming from their own stock, it is a betrayal of the trust that Franklin Kudo has for the government. It's not about to go there. No, government ain't to betray them because we made a lot of noise. A pede catch them there. Sabani ni extradition process here what they follow. Kenoforati. Saban US government catch na ya jatu. No ya nyamena duma. Kenoforata sebio ya didn't go for Delta airline. Chile nyumbri. No wa dina ba Ghana. A pede kede Ghana ban. One dinda. Bad. Probably asem no pray for you as exactly. One beka. One beka. As where the that is it. To the extent the government spokesperson Felix Fusukwachi will be so there. Mameno over him fan. And then on him hey on government spokesperson also what the name of prison service full time when you into him for party was it oh so Kenoforata sebio wa convicting no wa extraditing no what the number no be said Kenoforata or the uncle oh we will go be hunu krade oh we hunu kraze ye the neighbor so Oscar you see them American for me I don't fancy people are caught or convicted when you go prison. I don't want to even discuss them. I don't want to discuss them. Why them? We feel that there are more pressing issues, but because of the dishonesty and the hypocrisy of this government, you know, although we are discussed because when would they now Kenoforata one charge in Mpono. Now where's them? You are going to extradite him. Day in the day it will lose the case with US. Why a day when a visa is going to expire? Now president Nakasampo or the now 1.3. Meanwhile, them the same person only figure on or throw letter or my president Mahama copy. The Morocco kwasa mo yareba. The lawyers were around. BBN one contact one. But to the extent that also we question people some pa motu ma electronically yending komo WhatsApp video call Zoom whatever Skype everything no bisa one charging umpono what's the require extraditing. How can you be so callous? And in the what the happen? It has to take your own supporter to come and tell the Ghanaian people there. Hey, if you enjoy air conditioning or blaster match. No, but no, so it is the hypocrisy and dishonest now. Okay. I don't know why I'm Ghana no, this government is not in to really develop this country. Very well. Zip line. Oscar, clearly, the three centers know what the Northern and Cleveland. You saw the reports about how the people were benefiting how their income were rising to the extent they will be say a year or 2 million another $1,200 increase in his income on your direct work. I want them so even though Zipline was providing job opportunities to the youth of this country, indirectly it was also providing jobs at them communities now around them in service center. Yeah. And look at this. So Oscar, mercy. Elections and governance has consequence. Sure. It is a pedicure to Abamobia or let Kasama Nyabuternity interrogate name promises. Why? President Mama, I promise you Obutuma. One promise. One promise. Yes. And one promise. Saban to me Sika 200 million. 299 million. What do sanitary pad? What school more from? What to my school more from? Aban so near 200 million. No just applying for cow. I must be here. A boatan cow be. Obi here moja. Obi ko no here moja. No what did the ambulance because some of our roads are bad. Into ambulance back it will deliver the margin sometimes 2 hours, 3 hours. Meanwhile zip line would deliver it within 10, 12, 15 minutes. Abam also this court be That is why we can elections has consequence. Abano to me 300 million Ghana cedis. Where the one teacher or your sanitary parts. But Abano only 200 million or the two more annually. How about to more sustain the more major social intervention in the health sector? Abano Soniska. So Oscar, it is at the doorstep of the Ghanaian people. There, this is what we voted for. The reset is rather resetting. The reset agenda now, it is rather resetting. Everything is going down.
But a very serious one.
It's going down. The people around those communities, they are now hungry. A comedy one. Oscar, agenda 11 a year or bukre. Imagine that hospital is operating. It is automatic 24-hour service. That hospital is automatic 24-hour service. Say young fellow the working on for workers for a while. They will employ more than 210 workers to run a three shift. They will employ because averagely, nipa be 80 will be working a day. Doctors, pharmacists, nurses, midwives, lab technician, administration, accountant, cashier, whatever. At least 80 workers will be working at a time. The surrounding communities at Bokro will have the interest to go and do food services around. Some of them will be selling water. And that has been the mode of their livelihood for years. 70 million Ghana cedis to operationalize that. Why don't you want to do it? Do it. Why don't you want to do it? Do it. Because it will reduce the rate of unemployment. When nurses, doctors, midwives, health workers, lab technicians, indirect jobs, sometimes indirect jobs, or those
direct jobs.
Beginning Casa de Ropa. Okay. I say working workers 100 and something.
Yes.
Almost 90% of them are women.
Yeah.
But I want the workers now Casano. Wogu farm no do. Farmers now outgrowers no. I want to say one Casa de Ropa wa plow land na mo. No was I want dua. You potato no try number of kilos you are not a direct in the payroll Casa de Ropa do. It's like one elephant.
Yeah.
There is sometimes indirect jobs or you're more than the direct. And go for supply in do hospital and go for supply in su supply oxygen.
Yeah.
Nyama bebre. They're cleaning and cleaning services. Well, I don't know what is wrong with us. 70 million. So 70 million is a big problem for the government.
You are able to release over 200 million.
Yes,
for sanitary part.
Priority. All because they want to give what I call cheap contract to a party financier.
Yeah.
To get money. That's all.
Marco cra a bro over 5,000 metric tons.
500,000
metric tons.
2025. Now yes, the Enisika and the now you the finance minister and the agric minister, they are doing what I call chaskele.
We can't do
so Oscar, for me, I mean me say governance is not for the faint-hearted.
Yeah.
Or real work. A Jumaden ban, you have to assess it. The finance minister, health minister, all the major hospitals are 80% complete. Once that, priority. But this government, in his quest to deceive the people of Ghana, also wait for 18 billion Ghana cedis. 18 billion Ghana cedis. No one see 261 24-hour markets across the country. 261 markets. To be frank, it be home now so hospital about around 24-hour no. It be a 98%, it be a 90%, it be home commission. Aban is refusing. Now, Benyam, a member of parliament also, they did not promise that to the Ghanaian people there. Whatever, we continue agenda 111. We been discovered at the madam. Meanwhile, President Mahama, she a nurse of not in a Kalim. We need to reach in the Kalim. Not there. Oh, 1 2 Abaman. No, about complete or your agenda 111. No complete or ballot obey on automatic posting. My nurse of agenda, yeah, what 2 more? Even though Abano, you who was sending a student a nurse and allowance, so you 2 more. Maybe in 1.5 years, what's in the
okay. Digital secretary, my man, papa, your messages quickly now. Yemi Oman Mpuntuo, we say, Osikani Frimpong Manso, good afternoon, my brother. Oscar, did you remember that a certain so-called prophet prophesied that if Ghanaians make a mistake and bring John Mahama back to power, the nation will suffer bitterly? Oscar, that is what we are seeing now. Every day, flooding, fire disaster, building collapsing, car accidents. Sakodi Opoku watching you live from Kumasi Kote Gloryville. Thank you. We say, Oscar, the NDC government is a confused one who cannot think his way through trying to reap where he did not sow. We should vote this bunch of incompetent NDC out and vote for the master planners, NPP, and the digital wizard, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, to move the nation forward. Thank you. I am Adams from BBNE. Okay, Adams, yeah, that's it. Where you say, Honorable Osika Frimpong Manso, that is wonderful. Nanado, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia did a great job. May Almighty God bless you, Nanado, and Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Oscar, Chairman Wontumi should also be blessed. I feel sorry for the Trade Minister, Alan Cheramatin Pa, BK Edifri, Accra, Malam, and Ode Ebaye. Big Joe, anyway, if you swear, Drew, or say, Oscar, please, I want to know, I want you to, okay, Oscar, I want you to let Kofi Kinata to prepare a song for Bawumia. Okay. Yo, Martin. Where see, Osi, please let us clap our hands for the previous government because they did a lot for Ghanaians, but because of our ungratefulness, that has ended us here in this hardship. Samuel Edifri as Sante Bekwai. And what they buy. We say, Oscar, greetings to you. You have done a good job. May God bless you. My name is Papa Alhaji from Kumasi Etimetim. Papa Alhaji, yeah, that's it. We say, please, I am watching you from Sampa. I love this man, digital secretary. I think he should go to Wontumi Accra and Movement TV to communicate. He's a fantastic communicator. Okay. One also do the buy though. Or say the guitar we too much. Too much. Please, I want to know the date for the election for the national executives. September. Yeah, September. Where do you the about say? Messages in the door some power. We see a friend or a year. Kwakutewia or the free a year attempt for sword porn. Also, good evening. Digital man is superb, very knowledgeable, and explains so well. He will win the position he is contesting. Inflation and dollar rates are all artificial rates. NDC are people you should not trust. I am a retired civil servant and worked under the NPP and NDC, and NPP are better and honest rulers. One idea of the free here. I came for so upon the buy and no. Where say hi, Osikani? I am enjoying your show because your guest is fantastic. Galaxy, sharing every UK Stoke City. Okay, Galaxy, Nyame Insha. I said the guitar a fantastic communicator. The guitar the Papa, yes, you know, they said, Nyame man ahoden na elections no woman wini keke na on to an nyuma paso na yankue ni mo yamfa messages ni nsi ase doso ebebrebe pa why ntimi anka wo de ne fa che yemi ahoma no ntum na yamfa afrefo kakra 0248071174 0248071174 Mr. Obaso aya na lower the volume on your TV set now you have a clearer conversation wo friend your phone wa what do you friend no wadaroma tie every phone so ntie every TV no so hello good evening
sir
bacho udin baby aframe me fi
my free underwear is in the room
okay into
I want to digital you mean on
amen
okay you know coffee I can want to see so do be what's the day Ghana I don't hear free beer and papa 23 years on your papa maybe some of the Ghana card no what you want scar voter ID card no what to Abama one what you want scar it's here what is today what you had papa no me you go what did you na Ghana go na get senti you swap for you could tell saying we I do what the born on but there or managing never one but there and then I'll back to the Wabama and this meaning Obian engagement who grew away trip machine I was a ben I would be car panel since I would go to Quan Yamit National Ghana Putumpuno Yawaka
okay that's it yeah Anta was funyina my eye hello good evening okay 0248071174 good okay good evening hello good evening went be nyina so ayemfa foforo hello good evening yes sir
but now what to say
nyame ado me ho ye pa wonso
I'm what if I'm a good money in Namina Adi Abasemo.
Kafra.
Yet, big coming, Chamai, you have baby would be a Yangupo and Cano, and I ain't coming president here about me, and baby will be a Yangupo Cano. Amen. Osika, and this is war. It's somebody a campaign. Be a Wagana, you know, a campaign. It's top the class, somebody a campaign. No, no matter when you are. My penny doma mo baba ko nso yiri afa nipa emma nipa nso ni eja nye ono na penso anka me hu bi da so no ba bi o hwede nso eyiri fa manfo bi ni Osika ade bi a wo de be campaign no e ba e ti show e di e ka dire Ghana fo any the body any party e ti o bi o demo 2028 no ye ba na ya be o mani na be ka ho
all right yeah that's pa minua hello good evening
good evening. Now, it's going there.
Yami ado me hoye pa.
Mpacho dominasi, fosu dominasi.
Okay, my intro.
With mpacho anka wasa na meka wasa eba paka Japan yesra no. You know na ofusu ya mpacho. Na bibi anko from kaka ese we bi ni anko podi me so. Na bibi anko from. Ni fi wo kwa. Na NDC ejo eba pe jo mama asmo kan campaign o ye no. Message o de ba no message papa be. Message papa be na o de buy. Nkoko nkete preko nkete some kan ya constitution powers economy. You know kan na wa try to say that some kan no usually me me gusa so kan ya papa wuti me teacher for mu do teacher for there na university for the first year no o mu school fees na kure o say na da ni kaka dam ni mo ni maka sana MTNDC na me kai madam bu MTNDC babu ya wa join the power bi because it's a send be career o mu e go say ntoro mu di Osikani Uncle man, and it's for there. I think you must my will cry. So, some are trop. We are some months.
One way are trop, didn't trop. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, I'm on your ready. I'm favor from the uncle. But by your would you be a friend with me?
Because I put a problem.
Okay.
Our program, we are so happy. But accomplished since 1992 up to now, when the MC say you know you NDC, but we know any more beer the mobile in from I think to Bokweni in 2 years for
You got 2 MPs, you got 2 district assembled. But you won't any effort and go for put on road. But yesterday say, from number 2 up to now, a farm place, you need a bro. And you only shut a farm place on your bro. Now, opportunity, a farm place, you clean home, but you hear road. The road in the year, I still say you're ready, every time. A month ago, I Robert and the testing road. And then Yanko Ponke, you move it one hour, you business on TV. That's your brother. But your police for your mom, but I saw move your bank. I must have Rob and I, but a fine and in what a fine you and then can't go come. So, Oman Mpuntuo, and you never come with a very difficult. So, you're about you need a bro. It's more near, bro. The MPs, you know, your warm zone. Woman Casa Parliament, my and two among us, you know, your piano, almost can't be. Okay,
that's where that's it. A farm place, dear. My late father, Etina Hoka Crentino, minimum honina. Who far from plains now, who Piemo don't cook room, walk of Fatiase. When the moi, Quaco Piemo, so mu say, when the moi, Chesse, a honina, ankle bonina minimum. Now, the last time I'm a call on war, enye izo just young development bia over the years I had to about Ghana and NDC and Mutuma MPs NDC abayin mu NDC enso no Mpuntuo bia near farm place wo enti ya aka no enokure adiu hello good evening.
Good evening, Osikani.
Me ba cho udi ba bi afrifi.
The farm was first Luna.
My entire Munia.
Osikani. Me Ghana football there. Then the guy Yashi Biano. Dr. Bawumel Bada Jame.
Inshallah.
Bia we see and Bia. Oye a man Dr. Bawumel or Bada Jame. Osikani, I don't know. What's he doing in Shema? What's Ghana? He messes 10. And you know what? It is one. There, if you know you know, tell me the room was so speckled, you know, and you know, for Francis, whatever. What's come right out of them? And then I say, I'm not what's it. I will choose baby, president to be one and so maybe you know. I don't know for them. That's a president, Mama. Say, you know, to me, your man and so because more can catch and I don't know it. But the but the other how to tell Ghana for our swimming. All the sisters are one walking at council. Yes, then, you know, all right. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Okay, Yentia, where we need baby free fee.
Most of my booking. Nanado say, Nanado personal, Mabel on video.
Hello, good evening. Yeah, we would be maybe a free fee.
Our friend is a lamp for because it's a small black out.
Yo, brass, I'm here too.
Back home.
Okay.
They say, Mona Moya, we now move Mano. Canada Japan, Mamma can read your super brain, telephone, telephone, now one can move. Somebody come back never for the year.
Okay.
That doesn't mean Coco Seminole. What be Coco? Coco, yeah, the coffee nation. Until Miss Samus said, Manamudino, Coco, as of the month more. No one can to a mouth first and says, or 2 blocks, not what the same crowd to imply but one and one. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Would you baby a frame fee? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
What would you baby a frame fee?
Me pacho, your friend is Salepo, me friend Janga, Ewo, Northeast region.
Okay, Yentio Munia.
Me pacho, me tune and you're instant in the English.
Yeah, quite.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. I really also enjoy your program. But my brother, before I make my point, I want to find out from you truthfully. is it true that the government has not actually paid the cocoa farmers since last year, October?
Yeah, I'm told some of them have received theirs, but there are a chunk of backlog that is still waiting for government payment.
I see. Yeah, I see. Then this is a great lesson for cocoa farmers in this country. You know, are you aware that in the day of judgment, John Mama will be the first person to go to hell? Are you aware of that? I'm saying it because, wait, don't laugh. I'm saying it because, you know, you remember 2024, he said, he told Akufo-Addo that liars will not go to heaven.
That's right.
But he even quoted a Bible verse to support that particular argument. And today in this country, young mama is the king of liars in all fronts. So for me, I see mama as an agent of hellfire. There's no way you go to heaven, because if you are going to talk about liars in this country, he's the number one. Now, Ghanaians should not be too worried about the failure of this government, because in history, since 1992, what has brought this country back is the mistake we did by accepting NDC as a political party in this country.
Yeah.
That is the bane of this country. If you had rejected NDC in 92, Ghana would have been like even more than Malaysia and the Singapore that we have been talking about. Because these are a bunch of individuals who know nothing about governance, who know nothing about developing a country. Just look at the zip line matter you were just talking about.
Yes.
Today, even Britain have come to imitate what Ghana has done in the area of health delivery system using drones. And these polluted individuals have boldly told you and I that they are collapsing the system in Ghana, and they have actually collapsed the system. And these kind of people that people are having said that they can develop this country. No way. This is an individual who is indecisive. I mean, the president, when in this country, he told us that he will appoint the defense minister somewhere February this year.
Yes.
Have you done that?
No.
All right, this man, the guy is indecisive. And will you imagine if this has happened under MPP? Where is this guy? That so-called security expert who is now
Adam Bona.
Where is Adam Bona? Where is something quick? Where is he?
He is missing in action.
Where is Dr. Enim? Could you imagine if this has happened under Akufo-Addo, a country of almost 1 year without defense minister?
Yes.
And it is normal. Because their friend and their brother is in government.
Yeah.
So for me, this country will not forgive MPP if he fails to unite and come in full force and win power for the country 2028. This country will not forgive us.
All right. Thank you so much.
Let me wish Chairman want to be well.
Okay.
In the bid to become MPP in the sector, we are solely behind him. We need grassroots mobilizer to lead the front and let the women become president. We don't want little book long, those people who come and be so difficult for the candidate to manage.
Okay.
We want to me to be our nation. Even if he's in jail, we vote for him.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution this evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Afram place ma obivu fro to aswadaroma. Why? Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Ska.
What for di baby afrefi?
Me did kwanse bodane.
Okay.
Kasi fi wasa ateku.
Ma enti ominu abema.
Ma ya de pa nese mo chama moka. Masa sisia na iwo no, endi saban we no. Minim dia ko wiasi. Na Ghana so wan Ghana so ye ho entuma ne ye che no ni ya pa mayen o san se Ghana fo mpe no kore Ghana ni on pe no ko ye petigrama ayede ye ndefa defen o ka te kuku farmers te nanado oye chief o via kuku ekwafo instead of root 70 80 60 million o ka te kuku ekwafo se Nanadu Udinia may be bada. Oh, by no, the 31 umpono, I can say, would be 31, what the back 25, 25. Who into what can say, no, this mamma, dear old jay, a cow, not the wash. about if you on about papa to okufi.
Okay.
Inti anya wanwa. Then no more ye and the teacher fushu. Ekwa fuzu. Okay count the dollar. Gana ye the dollar. Wo I got the 4 soon. What's the dollar? Friends and another address the cocoa loan. The same percentage and what they mean the same thing. And you won't rent a better for dollar.
Okay.
What the good and another job or about 18 plus 18. What the what a question dollar cook yeah bread in 2 friend is never cook guy and talk either we cook kunya he said we useless Ghana.
Okay.
Maramano yampa baby yamfrinsina and didn't get say Ghana Funanka ya so de ya pijama de.
Okay, yeah. Mama they can 2.5 years no cool. Ghana for na so mo ma adwini yi na mo to de ma Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Bawumia obeye ne wonders ne magic ne mayen. Digital. Ya de community enumrei Blasters of Ghana ejina kono. I don't the other. But me nya yi tire bi say England be share Ghana 2-0. And on paper no England a better side than Ghana for this particular match. And you know, say one more share ni a ensumbebre. Ate kwa kuma to ya. One more share 2-0 no a ensumbebre. Esan say we can't match them. One more current form no. What is to Ghana dia hu enye ye. No kura ne kan dia kire wo. Ya Mahambe Rezu hopes. Ko wi a kire na fe wadua ne akasi wa untimi ndi. Me menya yi kire England be share Ghana 2-0. Chirabisa na banso ya na edam di 22. All the same no yan wish am well. They get minim say predictions we bad ya ma team no I don't know.
Osikani that's mamenda I want to wonya kwenya wo free.
Okay.
Now as far as the Blasters is concerned Osikani them can on paper on all fronts Yentumi squad Yentumi found to England squad no.
Yeah.
To be frank, the Ghana squad is the most weakest World Cup squad in recent years from 2006, 2010, 2014, 2022. This is the most weakest. But in football, anything is possible.
Yes.
My prayer is that the first 30-35 minutes, Ghana for or the winner one rhythm. So that they can meet them boot for boot. But so when you read them, no one man England for no will over respect one, they will take us by surprise.
Yeah.
Again, at the cruiser England for one way in there, they have a very solid bench. Then in the event there, one last match, we change your Rashford. Bakayo Saka.
Yes.
And one from the two wingers and the Wabeno will be changing the game.
Yeah.
What the moment. So opening matches in the World Cup is a different ball game altogether. Now if you play a qualifier or they a cement, and our West today should be a draw if we really want to qualify.
Yeah, it's true.
Our West today should be a draw. We have a very Herculean tax. We have a very Herculean tax.
Yeah.
And let's pray. Because England, no matter what, they will score Panama in the last match.
Yeah.
Qualify.
Yeah.
But for pride, one penny the Ghana best one.
Yes.
This will be our first major competitive match for England with England.
Yeah.
This will be our first major national team. The rest, is sometimes friendly matches, but this is a World Cup match, and the boys will have to excel. It's good. The rules will be fair, and but at the end of the day, I'm really afraid for Ghana. I'm only I'm only afraid for us. I'm praying that the boys can have their day.
Okay.
Their shooting ability should be more clinical because the level of their play, England, one level of play, when you mistakes more than 2.
Yeah. Yes.
When you mistakes more than 2, when you mistake one, it will not repeat itself.
Yeah.
And what is happening in the World Cup now, as far as Africa is concerned, and it is not over until it is over. It is what Cape Verde have been able to do, and Egypt, Kakra, Morocco, they've already qualified.
Yeah.
And obviously they have the best squad in Africa.
Okay.
Osikani, I'm the member that me who atakwa.
Mitia mi na echi fiada no.
Okay.
Nti mbedru kromo ase memre da awia. Nti na we ho me.
Odanke enya yanke be. And I was very impressed. And chairman was very happy they hu yen ho.
Good.
And yeah, you know kushie.
Okay.
As Takoradi caucus, he didn't come up quickly, and we express appreciation for his contribution to the region, especially by establishing this media house. And now on radio no baba.
Inshallah.
And radio no baba. Now some of the revelation is not for radio discussion.
Yeah.
We are only praying. The BBA okay. Now radio and baba. See, in your animal what we be saying radio no, especially those within the second Takoradi enclave no. One pay na BBA
inshallah.
Waba na oba wia na yakanu nsam.
Okay.
Because assembly or how one ne camera.
That's right.
Those camera that's it.
Digital secretary, I don't know. NPP Takoradi constituency secretary. Same, we are too much. And Caroline Abwaji Ewusi. Edi ade de friend no eye Ahema. Former Cape Coast South constituency women's organizer for the party. Mami we. Na me den no. Ono otimi ni mema hia na wa ye mema no susuro. Wa ye adwuma de aboa party ni pa over the years adwuma Caroline Abwaji aye. Our central region. Our Cape Coast South constituency. Ebura adwene nti ase so. And nay wanya pepa ne say obe contesting for the central regional women's organizer. Me throw me supported the amano. Esan say mami minim dia obetimi aye na mahunu adwuma wa ye pen. And to the delegate amowo central region. Emre duruwa Caroline Abwaji Ewusi Ahema na eko women's organizer, central regional women's organizer. Onto abanema no na wonye adwumaden emwa party na seat ahodoa party lose in the last elections. Na ho den na adwumaden ommo modern mu abu amana no na wontie nu omo na yensan so anyi seat ni nyina. Enti no party no pese a recapture power in 2028. The best choice for the women's organizer position is Caroline Abwaji Ewusi aka Ahema. A fantastic woman or ye Juma de Boa party. And you do among kind. Me pacho enumere say o hwehwe me a o pe ba bia me wa 6:30 pepe no shia me wo Church of Pentecost Anagye Town Assembly. Hona me ko bompaye empaye hia pa ejino hwehwe me a shia me ewo Church of Pentecost Anagye Town Assembly exactly 6:30 no wo be shia me wo ho yenko bompaye wate menyina akonya we so na menchia eye asafo ni mpanimfuo district pastor eye Francis Osei-Tutu afei presiding elder Edward Dankwa and afei eye guest speaker yenene nyina no ekwa kobompaye no eye Pastor Isaac Abwaje mesrew woni ba bia kwa yenko ne yenko bompaye sanse ba bia Ghana ekọ no aje mpaebo time no me ekọ Church of Pentecost na Naji Town Assembly na yakọ akọ bompaye ahwede nyame ebeye yen abusua yade nkobo no nyina no esi production team Samuel Dingo, DJ Black Foreigner, Michael Yaro, Madam Wasimijin Osikani Frimpong Manso adum bidum ye ne a wochina ukuada shia barama bana na kunadu abupra Western in the morning so anopa 6:30 na watena se adaroma ensamo aka nyina no wode bebrɛw pramuto a na wahia bena se wa mani ampone o kyerema omode awia pram tubre kase ebo aba no me ensabo a ebehia na yato ankomo no so good evening nyame enka wo ho we are out.